next question. I still have the 3 diamonds after converting one of them to.
Just do it, Justin.
Dust.
Just do it. Whatever you want to do, do it.
It doesn't change the value.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, should we use it for buying more items, or should I use it just for diamond dust?
Probably that. Probably for diamond dust.
Like, wait, what?
All right.
Probably.
All right, fuck it. I'll have a shitload of diamond dust.
Okay, so no dimensional shackles.
Oh, yes, dimensional shackles.
I mean, yes. Well, as in it's already gone.
None from the shop, he meant.
Eric, can we hide in the hole? Because when I've read the portable hole, like there's a certain amount of oxygen in there. And
We live right
when
now.
You close it, yes.
Look at her.
Hello, everyone.
So cute.
Hi.
Yeah, we are live. I was just kind of waiting for you guys to shut up.
Worry about all this shit later.
Also, I'm trying to get my kitty. Aw, my kitty's kind of there.
I vote Corzo has the shackles.
Yeah, I can do this.
Because he front lines, and if you need strength to...
There we go.
Okay. You can't put him on an unwilling, but...
So we have Roy for.
So, last session... All right, last session, you guys, you made a deal. Well, this was a couple sessions ago, but you made a deal with the Hag group. The Crones is what their official name is. You made a deal with them that if you guys can kill their mom, they will kind of leave you alone for the most part. Or
call her mom. That just makes it sound like we're the bad guys.
Let them get through it.
Oh, it is their mom. With that, there was a deal struck. Corzo's life was sacrificed, and when he was re-resed, he has imprinted onto his hand a deal that has been made. It's the symbol that has Lilith inscribed around the edge of it. Yeah. Corzo has sacrificed his soul, and now they have control over it. So until this deal is broken, which good on you guys, at least now you know that it's both on you guys and on them. So you know that this is legit. After that, you guys got out and talked to the Ulves, which have they were fortune seers, and they saw a future where you guys are having to sacrifice one of yourselves to stay behind in order to get Vicina out, as well as maybe some of the other NPCs that you're looking for down there. You also found out that mirror shard that you got in Skellig happens to be part of that prison. So keeping that nice and tight and making sure you don't lose that. You guys teleported yourselves to Skellig to prep for the battle into what you guys know very little about. You're out to travel the plains, but none of you have left the material plane. Maybe a tiny amount through Phasia, but this will be the first time you guys have ever left into the Hells. With that, you guys teleported into the main building of Skellig, of Karatrold, into... my little kitty is clicking buttons, so sorry, I just lost everybody. But worth, because she's so cute. Anyway, you guys teleported into the teleportation circle in the center of Karatrold. Immediately, a bunch of guards ready up and are pointing it at you, and they recognize Polaris. And with that, they go, "Halt! Halt! Halt! Polaris, what are you doing through here with all of these strangers?"
They're not entirely strangers. We've been here before, but we are definitely on official Jarl business right now.
I see. Well, continue on through the corridors out to the side. Make sure they don't wander the castle too much.
Do I know this guy's name?
Roll me a history check. You recognize his face, but you couldn't pinpoint exactly what his name was. You've seen him around the castle. You know he's a guard. You know that he's guarding this area, so he's kind of up there. But again, you travel a lot. Names they slip.
I'll just pat him on the shoulder as we're walking. You've been doing a great job. Keep it up.
Thank you. With that, there's no other intrusion as you guys exit the castle gates and head down the bridge that stretches across these giant rocks. Looking down, you know that your shop is down below, just underneath this bridge. However, it's up about 300 feet, so probably not just jumping over. You also know that Adalia made a deal with the blacksmith to get this metal key. It's a tuning fork used. It'll be your key, quote unquote, to travel the plains. And you know that they're down at the docks.
The dock.
Well, I just deleted Savitar.
I am the knight.
I'm buying 2 potions.
Um,
Walking to the docks. Broy purviews the stall.
So-
Let's go to the store,
Let's
Alright.
go to
Are
the
we-
docks.
and then
I was going
Yeah,
to
that's
ask,
all
are
the
we
stuff.
going as a
Too
group?
many guards here. So.
yeah. So are all of you guys going, or are some of you going?
I think we all plan to get things, so I think we all have to go.
Okay.
Unless somebody wants to give money to go.
I'm not getting a lot of things and simple things, so I'm going to the docks first.
Are we
But
going
If
to
the secret magic
shop
shop is
now?
still where I think it is, we have to go to the docks to get there.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, because don't I need to get you guys a boat, kind of?
Yeah, God, if only we had a boat.
We had a boat.
And if only it folded and fit in our pockets.
So as you approach the docks once again, Polaris, make me a persuasion check as you go in and talk to what was his name? Oh no, I don't remember his name.
It was Kevin.
No, he had a name. Sure, we'll go with Kevin for now.
Are you talking about the blacksmith?
No, the
No,
dude.
the dock guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin the dock guy. Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, Kevin, how's it going, boo?
Damn. Anyway, he sees you and he's like, "Oh, another tour around. Feel free, yeah." And he says, This time though, we do ask for a little bit of payment if possible, Polaris. 50 gold.
Make it 75. Here you are, good sir.
Oh, thank you. And you take your
Thanks.
2 ships and you start undocking them. Because you know that it takes more than 1 ship to do this with everybody. All right.
So well, before we, so 2 ships, everybody. Is Adalia going to just go get the tuning fork right now, or are we just going for the magic shop?
You
Right,
did
Polaris, what?
cut in and out a little bit on that one. so
are we
now
doing
I
the
would-
tuning fork first or the shopping first?
We should probably get the fork first.
We are headed to the docks in order to go to the store.
Mhm.
One is on the way of the other.
You are
Yeah, so-
currently at the docks, and Polaris has gotten 2 ships for you guys. But there's a whole process of getting them
So,
unhooked and stuff
Just
like that.
has them.
Well, no, he's renting them.
If
So
you
it's going to take a
remember
couple of
last
minutes
time, I
to
can't really-
get these ships ready, right?
Yes, and the other thing I wanted to kind of point out is I can't really be seeing where we're going last time.
Would you like us to pick something up for you instead?
That might be unless we want to disguise myself again. I don't particularly mind.
How about you and Adalia go get the fork? We'll get these ships ready. We'll head out. We'll buy your stuff, and then we'll meet back up here.
I'll pull out my disguise kit and start painting on Polaris, whether he likes it or not.
Polaris will
Where's
not.
the
My
guy?
shadow there, maybe a little bit of a. Ooh, he'd be good blonde, maybe more of an auburn color. Come here.
I will not.
You're so beautiful. Wow, Polaris.
As a connoisseur of disguises myself, they're typically more believable if you don't apply them in public where everybody sees it.
You know what? No one asked you, Chikara.
Yeah,
Let me do my
that is a
craft
fair
here.
point.
Go do your talking like you do. Dot, dot,
So,
dot, dot,
so
dot,
anyway,
dot.
Adalia, Polaris, you good to go grab the key from the ship from the blacksmith?
Yep.
God told me he would be here.
Yeah,
Who?
we'll walk over to a shop.
God, I would have assumed he'd be in his home.
Yeah. Adalia, as you're looking around, you're like, well, I don't see him. Well, it's probably because he's going to be at his shop, which is just down the way, maybe like a 2-minute walk from where you are.
Corzo, I'm assuming that you can handle all of, because I'm gonna give you my 800.
Yeah, I got it.
I will hand either Corzo or Chikara 833 gold plus enough gold to buy 25 plus 1 arrows.
Consider it done. Just write me down in a convenient location what you're buying, and it'll happen.
I don't think I really
Sure.
need it.
The 833 gold is for the shackles,
Yes.
and 25 plus 1 arrows, please. And
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna go pick up the tuning fork. I thought God told me he would be here, but I'm just gonna go check his house and meet you guys back here.
That's a weird way to say 26 arrows.
Is someone getting the sending stones?
I can't
I
afford
don't.
it.
I think we decided.
The
Yeah.
dock
I
person
understand.
starts walking back up and looks at all of you. Are you ready to take off there?
Yes.
Yep.
I hear a lot of. Sorry. Okay. I did want to let you know that we would like the ships back before the end of the night. That way we can have them first thing in the morning. Also, there's a storm coming in. It should be pretty large. I don't think you're going to be want to be on the open seas once that hits.
Insight to what he was about to say or hesitated to say.
It sounded like he was overhearing you guys talk about things, but he couldn't really make out what exactly they were.
Handing over thousands of gold pieces.
Yeah, he was very like, what's going on? But he doesn't know what the items are. It just sounded like a lot of shiftiness that he was like checking in.
A lot of money being handed over
Your
on
boat-
dock.
Your boat
Yeah.
will be fine. We'll be back when we need to be. Thank you for your discretion in leaving us to our business. That is what we respect in our dock workers.
And I'm gonna flick him a gold.
And I'm gonna flick them.
Make me a persuasion check, Jakara.
Oh, I deleted my character because he was wounded, so I have to go to my sheet. I guess this works.
I guess I don't really need it. I guess I
Why
could
is
get-
my health wrong?
Should I get the belt?
Yeah, okay, yeah. You know what? You guys look like you know what you're doing. I'll be over there, and I'll make sure nobody else comes back here, just in case. And he
Perfect.
walks off, turning and looking back at you guys every so often, but then he gets about 30 feet away, and then he just kind of like watching and making sure, stopping somebody who was about to go down that path, and kind of like points and shows him a different direction. Can't quite overhear it, but
I
Well,
want
we
to believe we're
misinterpret-
standing in the main thing, so he's making everybody go down.
yeah, that's basically what's happening.
He kind of misunderstood me, but that's fine. We're leaving. Everybody who's getting on the boats, get on the boat. Let's go.
Let's get to the shop.
So who is
exactly
not?
who
I know
needs to be
Adalia
there.
is not going into the shop. Is Polaris going into the shop?
No,
Nope,
he's
Adalia and I are staying.
All right. Okay. Polaris and Adalia, you guys see as these ships start to go out into the mist under the bridge. It's pretty early in the morning, so there's like a thin mist going around everywhere. Are you guys going like around the big island again, or are you going straight there in potential vision with your boats?
To be fair, I think we went straight there the first time, but it was dark.
The first time, yeah, Sevatar and Adalia went straight there. Or maybe it was just Sevatar. The second time you guys went all the way around. It is early morning, but there's a fog over the whole area, so you could probably get away with these small ships going through straight there, but you'd have to make some stealth checks.
I'll take whatever anybody else suggests. I don't care.
We
I
have
will
time. I'll take
pass.
this
pass
the
without
safer
a trace.
route.
To hell soon. What I heard from Chikara.
Okay. Pass without a trace on your ship.
Pass without a trace.
Um,
Ooh, that's a 34.
and
Or if we have advantage, 43.
Jesus Christ. 43 stealth.
You're welcome.
So as you guys are going the more direct path, make me stealth checks, those of you that are in the ship. So Polaris,
I'm moving.
Broy, you still make a stealth check.
Can I? No.
Nyeh.
I'm not on the ship.
Oh, sorry, not Polaris. Chikara, Corzo, and Sevatar.
It's like the
Oh,
scene in
shit, not
Pirates of the
bad.
Caribbean where they flip
Not
like, the
bad.
lifeboat over and hold it down underwater, even though that's not
Got
physically
a
possible. to
28.
Walk.
Yeah,
Are
some
we
of
all
you...
benefiting from the
Yeah,
Walking?
plus 10?
yeah.
The crew.
Yeah, you guys are all within 30 feet of each other. As you guys are going through this, Adalia and Polaris, you lose sight of them pretty quick because of how much fog and mist there is. Yeah, you lose sight of them. And with that, two of you, you are up. You're moving to the blacksmith. Is there anything else you want to do?
I mean, I'm assuming I'm just walking there because I know the way.
I'm running under a few other assumptions. Primarily, one that I still have a -10 to my hit point maximum, and that my face is misconfigured.
Completely
Face.
unrelated, but can we have some music?
Yes, thank you. I always forget. Thank you.
I think our wounds like that are cured.
Wasn't.
Mine were.
Two people's were.
I know.
I cured everybody who was at permanent reduction.
So, I did realize something. Greater Restoration is the only one that does the permanent So your heal doesn't give them the maximum hit points back.
Oh shit.
So it's fine. We'll just, because I don't remember the numbers. Doesn't matter. We'll call it worked that first time. Adalia has had a warped face, and yeah, you still have that because I realized nobody has cast heal on you either,
Forgot about it.
or Greater Restoration. So Adalia's face is warped.
Yeah,
My
let that be a
charisma is
lesson to
1.
you.
Yeah.
But secondarily, does anybody know where to mark that in a convenient place in the character sheet such that a long rest does not put me to my hit point maximum? Am I just going to have to subtract it from my hit point maximum?
Your hit points and your hit maximum in brackets, and then
Yeah.
just put the number on your actual little noodle thing.
Then I fear I might just break the long rest button. Huh? Maybe not.
Wow,
I
you're
did
really
that.
unhealthy right now. You're almost dead.
Okay.
You can also put it as your red number if you want to put your normal maximum there.
No, I'm just gonna use the temporary hit points to store my true hit point maximum, and
Okay.
then use the hit point maximum area essentially. As
Yeah, that
temporary.
works. And then if you ever go above, you could just... Yeah, I don't know either.
I just
The-
add and subtract.
Yeah, no, I usually do too, but I'm trying to make use of the short and long rest because I set up it to like. Never mind.
Yeah. Broy, if you wanted to cast a greater restoration on Adalia before she heads out.
Diamond dust.
Okay, that's fair. You don't. So that would explain why you haven't gotten it yet.
One second. I'll be right back.
So Adalia, what
Would
players?
I know anybody like in the city that could like fix her up?
Mouse sack. Other than that, there's not a lot of high level clerics in the area or druids. You would be the highest level other than mouse sack. So if you don't have that capability, then no, not here. As you are approaching the area, I'm going to move you over to the shop. Sevatar is not here. And Polaris is. As you guys are coming in, it is foggy, and it's rolling in throughout the city in this earlier closeness to the docks. But you see him there pretty early. He's sitting on a stool right now. He's got a cup in his hand, and you can see the steam coming up from it.
They seem to recognize me as I approach.
Give me an insight roll. He does not seem to recognize you, and he's turning, and he's now looking a little concerned, sipping, and he looks... How can I help you?
I came here a while ago and commissioned a fork for you. Something specific. I think I still have those diagrams.
You gave him the diagrams. So he could make it. He looks at you, takes a sip, sets it down on the side. What was your name?
Never gave it to you.
Very good. So how can I know it's you? I was told not to give it to anyone else.
Yes, and has anybody else come asking?
No, but I just finished it the other day. He's looking at you with a lot of concern.
I have a secondary question for you.
Go for it. And you see him as he's like stepping back towards his items of crafting. So like tongs and little hammers and stuff like that.
How long have you lived in, oh god, this area?
Cartrold? For a while now. I believe. Yeah. For most of my life.
I would know he's been here for a while, right?
Yeah. And as you start kind of approaching, he's like, Polaris.
Hello.
Huh.
I brought a different companion of mine when we came here first. Shadowy fellow.
He's going to make a insight check. And he was the dark fellow, right?
That's racist.
If you could see him.
It's all hooded and stuff like that.
It's him.
All right, well, and he looks at you. Make me a persuasion roll, Adalia.
Oh, well, that's not gonna be...
Not with that -5, it's not. 500 gold for all the materials I used for it.
Okay.
It's a fork this big.
Yeah. He lost his wife.
Go ahead and make Polaris. Make me a Arcana check.
Yeah, but we found out who did it.
I feel I've already paid this man.
Arcana of 18 for this. You know that that planar shift needs a tuning fork worth 250 gold. So it probably used quite a bit of different elements to make it the way it is.
Regular steel can't vibrate at the right frequency.
No, it's like made with different gems as well as steel, and like there's like a silver lining that runs through it as he hands it to you and holds out his hand for the sack. He's kind of got it in his hand still.
Yeah. So going back to what they were speaking of in terms of having been raised here. So what dealings, if any, do you have with Sintra?
With Sintra?
Yeah.
I know a bit of their craftsmanship. Made a few weapons for them in the past.
Have you ever been yourself?
I sailed the sea once before when I was younger. Didn't like those folks over there. So I came back home when I was older, opened up my own shop.
Okay, I'll this guy enough. Pull out my father's dagger and unscrew the hilt, and then hand it over to them and ask if they do you recognize this maker?
He looks at it and he turns it around in his hand, holding it back and forth. This is elven made. Don't recognize who made it, but the name was whose was this?
It's not my question, and that's not your business.
Corum the Second. This would have implied. I thought Corum the First was the only one. He died long ago. Bloodline scrubbed clean. Adalia, make me a Arcana check or a History check at advantage.
That'd be significantly better.
Polaris. Nope, never mind. Yeah, no, you probably wouldn't know either. Okay. Yeah, the bloodline was scrubbed clean. Yes. This would have been the first child. Where did you get this? That's the question.
Gold.
What was that?
500 gold for your answer.
And he hands it back to you. I don't know who you stole that from, but there's no way that, and he looks at you, there's no way you would be part of the Sintra bloodline.
Thank you for your work. And I'll turn around and just start walking away.
He's still holding the key. He hasn't handed it to the. Unless you hand him the 500 gold, he's still holding it.
Totally did.
Oh, okay. Then that.
Stack of coins earlier.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I said he was holding it out, waiting for you to hand it to him, and then you're at. So okay.
That was easy. 500 gold, no problem.
Okay.
In platinum, I gave him 50.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Then he hands it off. Yeah, you're good. And as you turn and start to walk away, he says, "Be careful who you show that to. If the wrong person sees that, they may be hunting you down next."
Don't worry. There's no way I'm royalty.
No, you should have hit him with the they can see me in hell.
That's not something most people would recognize, is it? The craftsmanship of that knife.
So if you're mumbling to me, I can't hear you.
No, I'm saying this to him.
As Adalia is walking away, and you're still standing there, most people know, but a good blacksmith, they They've studied the trade. I don't know where your friend stole that from, but that is a direct lineage. That is evidence of another.
Well,
I mean, so it says.
It's basically a birth certificate.
is this knowledge that you have, us having a dagger, going to stay with you?
Make me. Oh,
I'm not trying to intimidate him. I'm
yeah.
just
Make
trying
me
to kinda-
make me a persuasion check.
I feel like a -5 charisma should add to your intimidation roll.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard to take you seriously with the face. Looks. If somebody, I'm not gonna go out searching for it, but if somebody comes to me asking, I see no reason for me to keep it a secret.
What can I do to keep this a secret then?
I've been nothing but good to this asshole.
He doesn't know who you are.
Polaris should
You know
know.
what? Just leave me out of this.
I can promise you that as long as you don't say anything about this, and the word of this doesn't get out, no one will bother you about this.
You know what? One more thing. Can you guarantee me work on more items like that in the future?
I can promise you that if we have any needs, this thing works as designed, you will be the first person I'll be coming to. And I'll kind of point to my teleportation ring. I can get here at any time.
I see. Well, if you can guarantee me more work like that is very lucrative. My secret will stay safe as long as we have this business arrangement.
I'm pretty sure you know that I'm good for my word.
I do. Thank you very much, Polaris, and watch that freak of nature.
I can
Don't-
promise you that. I can promise you that she does not look like that.
Well, what are
Not
you
for a
saying?
while now.
Yeah, it's been a few sessions.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you saying? It's been since the tavern. Since you guys left.
She got quite injured. Fight.
Was that the...
Took it.
What was that the same person that came before?
Yes, it was.
Oh, well, I feel a little bad for the way I treated her. Well, anyway, yes, the secret is safe with me.
All right.
She should really get that
Just,
fixed.
I'll see what we can do about it. I think I know a guy. Give him a good handshake.
Over my shoulder. Polaris!
I'm coming.
And with that, you guys make your way back through to the docks. Assuming that that's where you guys want to end. I guess you have some time. Both boats have been taken. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to the docks.
Okay.
Do we have? Would I have a rough idea about how long it would take them?
Probably like an hour with shopping and everything. If they're going the direct path, but you lost sight of them in the mist pretty fucking early. You couldn't tell which way they were gonna go.
Okay.
Is the tattooer in that same magic shop? He's not.
Yes. Well, we'll get to that. But he would be in the shop if he was in town, most likely. As you start to turn back for the docks, you do realize that Lucia's Tavern is maybe another couple minutes down this path. if you wanted to check that out as well.
We should
Lucia.
check up on Lucia.
I can meet you at the docks.
Sense a disturbance in the force.
I mean, have you ate anything today? Like, we've got some time.
Yes, I'm hoping to find somebody that can fix up my tattoo, but I fear that they are only in the magic item shop.
I mean, yeah, that would probably be the only get that fixed.
And it
Too
won't do me
complicated.
much use in hell.
Do you need to get another boat?
No. I'm happy to sit around and wait for them.
All right.
All right, as you guys make small talk, walking back towards the dock, we are going to jump to the rest of you guys. As you guys are sailing through this, at this point you've created your own little path. You know it pretty well, Sevatar, as you're kind of leading this. This is the third time you've gone through here, this direction. You remember it being a little easier when Adalia was here to help, freezing up some of the waves to kind of give you this guide. But it is your third time doing it. At this point, you're pretty proficient at it. Make me a survival roll at advantage. Yeah, you're doing pretty well. You've mapped out your whole course, and everybody's just kind of following behind you as you make your way to here. The tide is pretty low right now, and you can kind of just sail right in without any issue.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. As you guys are being, all of these guards, quote unquote, have their crossbows trained on you and various bows. Some of them are hiding in the shadows, and you barely spot them. But you can see that there's probably like 20 or 25 guards as you guys go down this narrow pathway to their own tiny little dock. And when you approach, the same thing happens, and they say, leave all your weapons in the ship. Everything will be carefully watched, and they have their bows drawn on you. One of them does not, and he's the one that's talking to you guys, but his guards are all watching and drawn and pointing at you.
For those of us that are well hidden, or for those of them that are well hidden, I'm going to point out each of their spots just to let them know. Like, yeah, we know you're there. There's one. There's someone there. There's one up there. Bloodbad, select.
Very observant you are.
Oh, me? Oh, yeah. I know.
I put my weapons in the boat.
Okay. Does everybody else do the same?
I have a mace.
If it's what we did last time, then yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's the
wasn't
same
here,
process.
Like halfway through.
Yeah, everybody left their items, and it was carefully watched over. You see a few other smaller ships as well that have everything just chilling in there, except for their money. But they have lots of weapons and a variety of goods in there. And with that, you guys, it's the shop. Just other people purchasing things. As you guys make your way through, there's a little tavern scene, or like a little small tavern with a few people drinking. And you approach Sucros, I believe was his name.
Gross.
Sucros, yes.
Kind of artificial sweet
Sucros. You guys remember that his area was called Troll's Den. And as you approach, he looks and says, "Already back for more? That was mighty fast. Did you run out of everything?"
Not quite.
We found your wares to be quite valuable and useful, so we came back.
Ah, I'm glad that my name is doing good here. What else can I get you?
We have a list.
Perfect.
Is there any particular chance because we are spending a large amount of gold, to potentially have a little bit of a discount?
Make me a persuasion roll.
I already took all the gold out of my.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
just give you
fine.
money back, assuming, and it will just split it.
Ooh, cash back.
Wait.
Witch doctor and the mask being like,
20.
we're giving you lots of my gold.
He looks, and then he looks at the list, and he like flips the page over and realizes, oh, this is a lot of stuff. And he's like,
He does.
"Are you sure you can afford this?"
Absolutely.
I see. Well, if you could afford this, I might be able to interest you in something that's a little more off the books sort of item.
What were we talking about?
And he pulls out this old, like it's got an old bottle that you would put like a ship in, like one of those like ships in the bottle situation, but it's like dusty on the outside and it's got a cork on it. It's unlabeled.
What is it?
Very, very powerful item. But with every very powerful item, it's going to cost quite a bit.
Well, what does it do?
That is generally how shops work, yes.
Unsure exactly what it does, but
I cast Identify on it.
perfect. You know that it is an
just a bottle.
Epheretti bottle. It contains a genie inside, potentially willing to fight for you, potentially able to attack, and if you're lucky enough to get 3 wishes.
How much are we talking for this?
Oh, and he looks at you all. Well, if you're also getting all of these items on the list, I could let it go for 95.
95 gold.
95 what?
Sold.
1,000.
95,000. Well, hold on to that. We'll be coming back for that for sure. But on this
Make me another persuasion check.
Boy, I think we need to be more careful with things that we don't understand, things that may be contained inside other things.
So you're saying you don't understand how wishes work? Simple human.
Speaking of souls that are contained inside other things, Corzo, did you ever hand over King Corbett's dagger a few sessions?
Boy.
I
I'm an
definitely
elf.
did not.
Okay, cool.
It's got a
I can
lot
very
of...
well play that if you need
Not a human.
but
Yeah, yeah,
Gorzo is not want to give that to anyone besides himself.
Got it.
Well, how does 10% sound? For such a large sale, clear you out, pay your rent for the next couple of months.
I don't think they're paying rent.
How much... Let's see, you guys are buying...
We're buying like close to 30,000 worth of shit right now.
Don't call it a shit. It's disrespectful. Product.
Like I personally am spending 5,605.
Yeah, he's like... How about this? I knock off 2,000 in total, and this list is fulfilled.
Did you say 2,000?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, but only for my list.
It's the whole list of everybody's items, so you guys would just split that.
All right. And I feel that with spending this amount of money, per our previous conversation, I'm sure you still remember.
Ah, you want that supplier of mine? Well, we did just get a nice new shipment, and business has been good recently that I don't know if I really want to give up that supplier's name.
I'll tell you what, I'll pay an extra 10% to you for everything I buy from them. You don't even have to purchase their items. That's just free money for you.
Give me a persuasion roll. Like, as tempting as that offer is, sorry. I don't know if I can
didn't
give up the
realize
name for a
business doesn't like free
10%.
money.
I do like free money, but I also like
but
a
not small
continued,
spending.
exactly. And if you buy directly from the source, it's less profit for me.
I mean, that's true, but how much are you realistically making after buying from them? What, 20% markup on all this?
Yeah. He looks at you, yeah, basically, yeah. It's 25%. You know, I'll let the
So what does
name,
that give us?
I'll let the name go for 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold. I
Everybody.
hold up these gauntlets. You're telling me the value of that person is more important than having the strength to strangle somebody? Information.
I do. The person that can make something like this and do it on bulk, it's pretty
Guys, what do you
impressive.
think? We give away 1,000 of the gold to be able to get this information. I did just save us 2,000, I'm saying.
I'm sure it's worth it for you.
It's probably worth it for you too.
It doesn't matter to me.
We
It's up
went
to you
down this
guys.
road the
It's
last time
everybody's
we were
money.
here, weren't we?
Well, we didn't have money then. We were all poor.
I had money.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. I was poor.
There you go. Don't throw us all into this because you don't know how to save your money.
All right, I'm buying this information regardless.
Okay.
I just want to know if I'm taking it out of 1,000 gold of dust or not.
You guys can figure out who's paying what, but the price stands, and Broy, you just kind of like plop the money on the desk in
Wait a
diamond
minute,
dust.
It was 500 last time. 750 and you have a deal.
Make me a persuasion check. Well played. All right, fine. 750.
And then how many of there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I assume we're just gonna split the 2,000 even.
And
yeah, split even.
So,
and he
everybody refunds 333 gold, 3 silver, and 3 copper.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want that
yes,
through.
GM. I was like, wait, no, there's 6.
Yeah. You plop down the 750 gold in diamond dust, and he says, "Very good.
417.
The man that can make these items, he owns his own magic shop as well. More of a item making shop in Novigrad. He goes by the name of Mortimer. But be careful. He works with the Eternal Fire, and they're very against magic. So
get away with selling these items. These
Oh.
are some pretty powerful items.
he sells them to them. It's all on the
The
face.
best way to fight against magic is to have magic on your side without looking like magic.
Fair enough. What city did you say he was
Most
from?
magic thing I've
He's
ever
in
heard.
Novigrad. He's becoming quite wealthy, so he's going to have a lot of guards and a lot of people watching. I heard he's looking into real estate now.
Okay.
Hopefully you think I gave you quite enough. And with that,
That's enough.
he collects those gems and gold and platinum pieces that you guys are just like plopping on here as it's starting to fill up and mound. And he has one of his people start to count as you guys are purchasing, and as he's handing out items, they're counting, making sure everything's square. And with that, you guys
Well,
get all
we're
of your
not done here.
items. Oh, fair enough.
So, I have these. Oh, sorry, I got distracted by that portable hole. It's so dusty and sad looking, like nobody's touched it for years. But, anyways,
What a metaphor.
I have
The portable hole that I just got. He laughs at you.
I have these horseshoes, though. They are bright and shiny and look well loved, that we found in the field. So, what say
That we found.
we replace that portable hole on that sad little shelf slot with these horseshoes, and I'll pay you the difference. Let's see, your shoes are listed at 5,000. This hole's listed at 7,000. Let's call it the horseshoes and 2,000, and we'll both be happy.
Make me a persuasion at disadvantage, as he just got this brand new one, and you're calling it dusty and old. He's like,
I mean, it was here last time. It's not.
no, it wasn't. I just put it on. He just got it.
I think it was a bag of holding last time.
Yeah, it was a bag of holding. The portable hole's new.
It was here last time, but sure.
It was the bag.
Yeah, I literally just put it in today.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No,
Yeah.
he had horseshoes last time.
Yes, he did have horseshoes, and he still has horseshoes, and those are looking a little dusty. He's like, well, not too many people are looking for horseshoes out here in the islands of Skellig. I'll give you 2,500 for the horseshoes, and then you purchase the portable hole at full price.
I'm not in need of a sad-looking hole for that much, but I will sell you the shoes.
We can make that trade, and he starts counting out 2,500 of the gold pieces that you just plopped on his. Slides those over.
All right, so everybody adds another 416 and 6 over 6 copper. Pleasure doing business with you.
Likewise. Good luck, and remember, we have new shipments coming in every week. And with that, you guys get everything. Is there anything in particular you want to do here? There's like a little tavern, but it's very small, and it's like it's with the shop basically. And that's about it. There's like small huts and stuff back further in the cave structure. But about it.
Do we
What was the
recognize
price
anybody?
difference on that he wanted for the portable hole?
It is 7,200 is what he has listed.
Sorry, did you say that gold amount is from all of us?
Yes, everybody is getting the 416. There's 2 gold numbers in chat. And everybody is getting that from the discount and then from selling the horseshoes.
Oh, so we're also getting. Okay, cool.
Yes. 416 and 333.
Okay, I
plus
was like,
the
it's
change.
compiled together, not adding on to each other.
No, it is a total
Sorry,
of
I guess I was being
700
deceived.
and
You got
yeah,
it.
I was like, I don't know what you mean, but I'll just say it's 700 and whatever.
That was one
everybody's
after the
getting.
other, not one was actually that one.
Correct.
Do we recognize anybody that's sitting at the bar?
Give me a perception check.
Sorry, I just got back. Is the bar Lucia's place? Did you guys come
No.
back?
there's
No,
one down
it's
here.
the one inside of the magic item shop.
Sorry.
Probably not.
No, you don't recognize anyone.
Oh yeah. Roland was here last time. I'll look around as well.
If you got him.
Make me a perception check as well. Okay, cool. Yeah, you see Rolam in a booth a little further away from the shop this time, all the way, and you can see he's got quite a few drinks at his table, or empty cups,
Can I do a currency exchange while I'm here?
Yeah, feel free to change them to gems or whatever.
The 16% transaction fee, though.
Roll 'em.
Another one! He shouts out.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Oh. Looks at you and starts to squint. Hey, you're that. You're the shape changer person. Oh.
You've got the wrong person. As if you were truly a warlock man who knew everybody's secrets and had spies everywhere, you would know that.
He looks at you like, what? You're not? Well, nice to meet you. I'm rolling.
What has you down?
I just lost another job. So quickly. I had it. I was used. And he didn't want me anymore.
Tell me about this job you lost.
Make me a persuasion at advantage. I was working for the Brotherhood. Or at least a member of the Brotherhood. Not supposed to say the name. So I won't.
Are you really gonna pay reverence to somebody who stiffed you?
He's got a lot of friends. Although not that many. He's scared. Taking.
So what happened? What was the job?
Oh.
You were working for the Brotherhood and then you got...
Well, apparently, yesterday he said all the plans had fallen through. And he kicked me out. He said, how will they ever? We'll summon him. That was his master, though. Fairly found out or something. Both of them came attacking me, and I just teleported out of there.
And losing one job like that's enough to get you in this sort of a state?
It's 2 in the last 2 weeks.
What was the other job?
And now I kind of... you remember he was the Masters Network in Sintra.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's been more than 2 weeks, though, hasn't it?
Maybe 3 weeks at this point. But
No.
that's the job I was talking about.
Gotcha.
And he's like, yeah, but God, there's just so many. They keep coming in. I hear complaints coming from all over the place. I need to turn off the network. Ugh! So many people.
I mean, people with complaints sound like people who are willing to pay to have things fixed, right?
Yeah, I'm done with it. There's no reason to help anymore. If I don't get the control I want, there's no reason. No reason for it. You're just gonna kill them all anyway.
Who's gonna kill them all?
Oh, that one bitch. Remember the one that was... That you guys... Wait a second. And he looks over at Corzo. He's kind of like looking around to see if he spots anybody. Hey, you're the one from the Sintra City. Oh, I gave you guys... Do you guys still have that amulet? You know he gave you the amulet for... I'm trying to remember her name. Vicina's amulet.
Well, I thought it was a circlet.
Circlet. I'm sorry, circlet. I'm sorry.
They took it, right? We didn't get it back?
No, you guys got it back afterwards.
For the...
Yeah, they used it and then gave it back after that.
Okay.
Why are you asking about the circlet?
Apparently, she's gonna die anyway. All the work I was trying to do for the good Doesn't matter, because she's gonna die anyway. More than that. Tortured!
She's dying.
Oh, the one crazy druid. The one that's in the Brotherhood, Philippa is her name. Oh, but she's not who she says she is. I don't know who she is, but she's not who she says she is.
Well, you sober up, all right, buddy, and then you contact us, and maybe we can make an exchange on information like you like to do.
Only good if there's a society to keep paying me for it. But for what I'm hearing, there's demons spreading all throughout the land. Probably won't last long.
Well, with good people like you and me working to stop that, demons won't get very far.
A long day.
Also, your mic, you bumped your mic or something. I can't hear you as well.
Yeah, Cyrilla's attacking me. It's been a long day. Oh, it's good seeing you, friends.
Sure. Just be careful getting like this. You'll sober up in the morning. You'll remember that you still have a purpose. You'll send word to me. We'll exchange some information, and we'll get these demons wrapped up nice and tight, right?
Make me a persuasion check. Again, at advantage. Oh, people like you. You've slayed some demons before, haven't you?
We've slayed a lot, yeah.
You guys are powerful beings. Maybe if you guys are helping, maybe it isn't all worth it. Maybe it is all worth it.
Powerful beings like us need the support of people like you.
Yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna go to sleep. I've been up all night.
Have a bit of water first. And like I
Lay
said,
on your side.
first thing in the morning, send word.
All right. Good seeing you again, Metal Man. Looks at you, Corzo. Your face has more scars on it. And you see as he like stands up and kind of hobbles off.
Well, we got something out of him, but I don't trust trying to get anything more out of him in that state. I don't know what would be reliable, frankly. Alright, well. With that same perception, did I notice anybody else besides Rolam here?
Not that you recognized.
Okay.
Just it looked like somebody who was like super fucking high right now on drugs, sitting there like shaking, and it's like eating a lot of food. But
Oh, wait.
All right.
I'm good to head back to the boats.
Anyone else?
No, just I added in. I was getting some tattoos, but
Okay.
we don't have to play it out. I can just go get them and we can go.
All right. As you guys look around, you don't see Savitar anymore.
And just so everyone knows, I'm getting a cantrip tattoo of Spare the Dying, and a 5th level spell tattoo of Greater Restoration, just in case. And we don't need to use material components for that Greater Restoration. It just happens. So nice.
Well, you pay for the
Well, I paid for the
material
tattoo,
components.
yeah.
Well, you pay for the material components as well.
What do you mean?
So, the extra 100
it's-
gold for the Greater Restoration.
Oh, okay. There's okay.
Yeah. So it's
100.
it's on top of whatever the spell component is.
Okay.
That way you can't like get a 3rd level revivify and only pay what 250 or something. I don't know what it is, but yeah. As you guys look around, you don't see Savitar anymore.
I mean, hold on. Just reading what the thing says. It says to use the tattoo. Place your hand against. Well, once the tattoo is there, you can cast a spell requiring no material components. But
The material components are inscribed
Are just
into
part
the tattoo as you get it. So
So you
they're
don't need
used.
them.
Yeah, you don't need them on your person anymore because it's already been spent.
All right.
I assume that also takes away like verbal and somatic components as well.
Sort of.
No.
Kinda.
Yeah, I mean,
The
I touched the
somatic
tattoo
would be
and
that
pulled
you
my
have
hand
to touch the tattoo because it says that.
yeah. So then the somatic component still exists, but the verbal and material costs are gone. Yeah, but you would still need the somatic because that's you touching the tattoo.
Oh, speak
Um,
the command word. It does require a verbal.
Oh, and a verbal.
so
So
it's just material. So Broy, who else is here with us?
Nice, an extra
It's
100 gold.
Corzo, Chikara, Roy. Oh, and it was Savitar. Hey, Broy, Corzo.
Yeah.
While I was talking to Rolam over there, did you see where Savitar went?
No, I was talking with the shopkeep at this point.
I doubt it, but
Hmm.
I'll roll a perception.
Now that you brought it to my attention, I'll roll in. I doubt I'll see anything. Yeah.
yeah, both of you weren't
And-
paying attention.
And when I had
Light.
and when I had scanned the bar with that 28, did I see Savitar at that point, or was he gone already?
I made sure
Ye-
not to be in Chikara's visuals in any way,
Yeah.
shape, or form.
Yeah, no, you did not see him.
Okay. I'll look around now then. Try to.
With that 28, you do see that there's looks like a little bit of residue from Savitar's boot that was left ever so slightly. And it's
Savitar's
leading his
Residue.
yeah, like a little bit of dirt that imprinted from when he
Oh,
took a
sorry.
step.
I was never potty trained. I shit on the floor.
It was ever so slightly. But you do see it, and it's leading down towards the dock where your guys' boats were.
To where the boats are?
Yeah.
Well, wherever he went, I guess he knew we would leave without him if you weren't here, so I guess we should just head back. And I'm gonna nod to Corzo and say, we should head to the boats and get out of here, because, like I said, we've done our business here.
And there's a
Savitar
storm
will-
coming.
Savitar will turn up.
Wind's howling.
And I'll make haste back to the boats, noting that's where Savitar went.
Perfect.
Or seeing you.
As you get to the boats, you only see one of them. But it does seem like all of your guys' possessions had been moved from one ship to the next. So all of your possessions are still in the one ship.
Mhm.
But the other ship is gone, and Savitar's possessions are gone as well. So, based off of your perception and your passive insight, you're pretty sure he took off already.
Yeah, well, there you go. One of our other boats is missing, but our stuff's here, so it's probably Savitar. Everybody do a quick stock of your inventory, make sure nothing was taken. I'll go through my bags.
Yeah, same. Was anything taken?
Same.
All of your underwear is missing. Everyone.
Corzo,
Chikara doesn't wear
Chikara, Adala, or yeah, all your guys' stuff is still there. Yeah.
Why would he leave?
Why indeed? Maybe he got word that we didn't. You know how sendings work. Sometimes
but
it's
it's-
easier to leave than talk to everybody to do it.
I'm just hoping that cloak of protection I gave him is no longer isn't also secretly a demon somehow.
Well, if it were, that'd be your fault, wouldn't it, for giving it to him?
It'd be our fault.
Your fault, boy.
As you guys are getting into the ship and kind of
Yeah.
pushing off, you go underneath this little cave entrance again, and it's a little harder navigating this for the first time on your own. So who's leading the boat out of all of you guys? Make me a survival, whoever is. And it is at advantage because you've done it a couple times, just never had to lead it.
I think my survival's good.
Yeah, I will assist
Okay.
you.
Okay. Corzo, you're like, okay, this is a little harder now that I don't have a guide. And you kind of go off and you're fine until you see like a big rock and you're like, oh shit. And you use your oar and you push off of it just before you hit it. And you do manage to get out of there, but it was much harder this time. The mist kind of caught you off guard and you weren't prepared for that. But you guys sail back to the dock, where Adalia and Polaris are chatting with Sevatar right now. And with that, Polaris, Adalia, Sevatar.
We may be
And
backtracked,
Sevatar, where did
like,
Yeah.
Sevatar
I'm a bat.
bump
From beneath the docks I rise, holding Polaris's pine cone that I stole earlier,
Yeah.
showing up right behind him. Polaris, what is with the pine cones?
It's Whoa. Wait, when did you get back here?
Don't worry, answer the question.
The ship is neatly tied up on the dock, and Sevatar is right behind you. And you were looking out at the docks the whole time, and somehow you missed this.
Sevatar, are you okay?
Did everything go okay?
Oh
Where's
yeah,
the
they're
boat?
just talking. Yeah, Rollum's in
Where's
there.
the
Jakar's
rest?
not who we think they actually are because there's somebody else. They've got the other one. Don't worry, I've got this one here. They have all their stuff. Anyway, what's with the pine cones?
I'm kind of a nature guy.
Uh-huh.
The
You
payoff
say
would be
we're
to
not to trust Chikara?
No, I'm not telling you not to trust him. They, whoever it might be. I'm just saying, Rollum was at the bar in the cave, if you remember, with a troll man selling goodies. We sold the
Amulet.
horseshoes. Yeah, the amulet stuff came up too. But anyway, the Mr. Rollum said that Jakar is not who they actually are. Anyway, what is with the pine cones?
I mean, I intend to I use it as just in case I need some nature. Like I'm somewhere where there's less nature, I can grow it, or if like a tree, shove it down someone's throat, like grow it.
Nonsense! What are they really used for?
You think I've got some kind of like weird, like pine cone, like scrying?
Scrying fetish, whatever it is. What are you doing with the pines?
It's just that simple, and I use all other seeds. Pines are just what I have available at the moment.
Um,
Am I believing this this boo boo that Polaris? is
you
speaking?
are. Yeah,
Okay.
you're believing it, but you also feel like he's feeling a little intimidated right now based off the fact you just appeared right from behind him and then are interrogating him so hard. He's got a little panic in his voice.
I'll step in between these two, which is shocking.
Let me know when we get here.
Yep.
Leave him alone, Sevatar. Where's the others?
Oh, they're on their way. Can I be like crouching on like one of the big like beams you embed like into the sand beneath the waves, just to
Oh, yeah.
add a little more to the craziness that's going on here?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna give him the skeptical hippo eye look and then look to Adalia. Did you all get what you need?
Do you not want the pine cone?
No, I'm just wondering what it's for. Pine cones. Simple, yes. Seeds of nature, yes. But he seems to be leaving them all over the place. Are these your spawn? What are these?
I recall the purpose of a tree is to spread its seed.
With that, Adalia, and Polaris, make me a perception check. Adalia, you can hear oars being placed in the water, in the mist, splashing down and like being lifted back up.
Wait, do I see the boat?
Not quite, not yet. The mist is hiding it, but you can hear them.
Okay. Savitar, what do you mean Chikara is not who they are?
There's some sort of, I don't know, Rollum just seemed confused in his drunken state. What time of day is it, by the way?
It's morning, pretty early morning.
It's morning? Oh, well, I don't know why I'm talking like that. It's not nighttime yet. Sorry, Polaris, didn't mean to.
But it is misty and foggy, and so it's early, but it's really foggy. Yeah.
They just seem to be confused by Chikara's presence. That they were not who they seemed to be.
We worried about them being a spy.
Oh, no, I'm not concerned about that. Just, if you catch my meaning here, things have been a little, fucky lately, and it's hard to trust people.
With that, the boat pulls up to the dock. Dahlia, Polaris, you see them, and Sevitar, make me a perception check as well. Yeah. They are seeing, but your back is turned as you're looking at the two of them.
Crouching, holding a pine cone.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what?
You have your roll set to DM only.
Oh, that's okay. You don't need to know what I roll, Adalia.
Making sure you know.
No, I know. Who's this DM? Is that Chikara?
Sorry, GM.
GM. A DM and a GM. Interesting.
I aboard the ship looking for Chikara.
Yeah, they're all there. It's like a small rowboat. They were a little tight coming over here, but
hi
it's
guys, how's it going? Good to see it. Did you guys get everything you need? Sheathing the pine cone in my bag quickly.
Were you able to...
Polaris, you see as Sevitar has been interrogating you about this pine cone, and then he takes the pine cone and he puts it in his own bag instead of back into yours.
Were you able to get everything you were looking for?
Yeah, if you already subtracted the money that you gave me earlier, then here are your 25 arrows.
I did. Do you also give me the discount money that you gained?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is that again? I know that there was talk about. Is it like 416 plus 333 or?
Correct. Both of those numbers everybody got back. Or got.
Including me?
Everybody, yes.
What? And the numbers were...
I assume this is where you'd be handing it over. And I'm like...
Yes, to the two of you who did not go, I would be.
This is near half of what I gave you.
Well, part of it was a discount for the amount you chipped in for the shackles, and you can thank Broy for that. The other part was money earned for the horseshoes we decided we did not want.
So I don't need to be a horse and clop around anymore.
I look over to Sevitar. Do they seem sad?
No.
I'll hold out the fork. Be like, with this, I believe we should be able to get back to Phasia whenever needed. But it sounds we have another heading.
Indeed. Probably best that we not speak of it here. We can head to... Well, we need to find a secure place. We can go to one of the inns. I don't know if Lucia's place. Well, she said she was shutting it down. It burned to the ground, didn't it?
Yes. That might make it extra safe.
Well, let's head that way. See what the state of the area is. I have some other news. I spoke with Rollum while there. But again, things best not said in public.
Yes. Let's go.
Right.
How much longer do you think we will need to head out? I say like with everything on my back. Like I've got my backpack, it's all strapped up. The arrows you gave go right into a spot that they were like waiting for. And I'm like, all right, like sure, I'll go to a bar, but
This is fairly early in the day, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about 10 in the morning.
Alright. Well, I'm fairly well rested and ready to go. It's just occurring to me that we might want to do something about your face, but if we're heading out now, that might need to wait until we sleep.
my face.
I've just kind of gotten used to it, so to put it plainly, you're kind of abominable.
Dare you, Chikara? That is so mean. Come here.
I'll be back in like 1 second.
Hold on. 25 to the disguise kit check, by the by. We're going on to America's Next Top Model. Oh my God, Dahlia, we made it.
I will be right back. I gotta get this kitty out. She keeps jumping over everything. So I'll be back in like 2
America's Next
seconds.
Top Model. I mean, Skellige's Next Top Model. Here we go. Sorry, Dahlia, I'm so excited. I gotta go pee real quick.
Imagining instead of Sevatar like busting out a makeup kit and making me look somewhat passable, it's essentially just cloaking me until I'm just as invisibly cloaked as he is. He's like, perfect. Now you look great.
Eric just can't keep the pussy away from him.
Also, my excuse for being.
Thank you, Daniel. I got that. I forgot about like including the addition of selling the shoes. Like, damn, they really fucking talked them down.
What were we saying, Mike?
What's the 416 gold?
That's also added back to us.
Yeah, that was from the horseshoes. It was put in chat. I said
And the 3 was only for
for the
discount
discount.
they got on other things.
So if you only wrote one or the other of those two numbers, add the other. But don't add just 749 if you've already added those.
You know, I handed over to you like 883 plus whatever it is for 25 arrows, somewhere around another few hundred. So to get like 900 or 700 back, I was like, oh god, dope.
All right. So, oh Jesus Christ. As you guys are heading back, you wanted to check out the tavern, right?
Yeah, look at Lucia's place. See what became of it since we teleported out. While it was burning.
As you make your way down, you notice that there's a lot of guards over in that section. You hadn't quite got all the way over there, Adalia and Polaris. And they're just kind of like a standing guard, but you can see that there's burnt residue and stuff on the ground. You see what looks like footprints that have kind of like left impressions into the stone and has like scorched the rock around it. And it's leaving, but it heads into the water. And then as you kind of like look over, you can see that one of the docks is like partially burnt before like you no longer see any more footprints that way. You see the tavern is burnt to the ground. And there's guards that are kind of like all patrolling it. They're not stopping you guys as Polaris is kind of taking charge here and just kind of let you guys go through. And you can see that the hairy bear across the way is also scorched up pretty bad as well. Granted, the whole roof had collapsed when you guys got there last. And that was part of the deal. They were about to re-burn it down to build a new one, but some of the other businesses nearby have also been hit. Not fully, so like some of them have half walls still there and part of their shop still moving or still there, but it hit pretty hard in this section.
Lucia's not
I'm
around
gonna-
anymore.
Not that you can see.
Does
I'll,
it?
Well,
Sorry.
we'll go with Polaris first.
I was gonna just wave down whoever I. It's like the top guard.
Okay. Adalia, what were you wanting to do?
Oh no, nothing. If I was about to like turn and say something to the group, but if Polaris walks past me and like waves to the guards and puts us through, I'll shut my mouth and follow right behind him.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this is like if there's a place to sneak in, if there is a place where we can be alone, or if this seems like there's too many eyes here.
There's a lot of guards here. Make me a perception check.
But like, yeah, if they're only outside, if there's enough of the building left, we might be able to like jump in and then be in rubble.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of like on the streets, trying to push old chunks of lumber that haven't fully burnt up and bricks and stuff, and they're trying to like clear it out so this street is usable again. As there's like glass that's broken out of the windows is kind of scattered around. Most of it is cleaned up, but some of the bigger chunks are still there. And they have like big people kind of like lifting it up and trying to move it. But inside of the building itself, it looks like they haven't even gotten to that, but it's just rubble inside the building. You'd have to step over everything under the sun. Glass, hole on beams have like dropped down and are 3/4 burnt. Just residue all over the place. You could, with your perception, you do think that you could hide in there if you wanted to. But it's not like a nice spot to chat or anything like that.
Well, then, as Polaris kind of waves us through and further, I'll whisper / talk to the group and be like, is this a lone place? Do we want to get out?
I don't know that there's anything for us here if we're planning to go to hell.
Yeah. Looks like we might already be.
Well, some of it came to here, yeah.
Did any of you purchase a boat?
Nope.
Well, then, Polaris, where might we be able to go in the city? Perhaps a dead vampire's house, where we can.
I have like a room or something, right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
do have
but you stay in the castle.
I mean, I have a bedroom.
Give me 1 second. Guard, excuse me. Sorry to waste your time during all of this. Where might we find an inn since these two are burned up?
Yeah, don't got one right now.
Nothing?
They're starting to set up some tents for maybe people coming by, but no, unfortunately, lost a lot of people. A lot of the.
Thank you for your time.
Oh. All right. Looks at you, Polaris. Man, he was rude. What'd you need, Polaris?
Yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure you guys were doing okay over here. Don't need any help or got enough manpower at the moment.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
All right.
Fighting through all this rubble here. It's gonna take a while to rebuild, but it's nice to see you coming down and checking out what the dangers that have unfolded in the streets. What do you think it was? I saw a lot of fire. It looks like there's been footprints leading down the docks, but
There been any investigations going on or clues that people have been finding?
we've looked through the buildings, and it seems to just have started inside. I mean, the fact that there's big ass footprints is beyond our imagination here. We don't take much step into there, but and he looks over and it's like, you got a couple of those crazy cat people. Maybe they could check it out. Might know more.
There's definitely something in my field of expertise, so I will look into that as soon as possible.
Yeah. In the meantime, orders to clean the street up, make it usable again. We've been having to divert the traffic around all this area, which is through the forest section. It's not nice on the carts.
Well, I appreciate you guys working so hard. Keep it up, please.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, I will reach into my bag to look for the pine cone. Realize I am missing one. Just go. All right. Have a blessed day then.
You as well. Hey, no. We need to clear the path. And as you start walking off, turns back and starts directing more and more people.
All right, Polaris. Seems like
we-
your place. Sorry, go ahead, Corzo.
Did we leave Lucia in Fascia?
No, she left us in the Snow Village. Basically, she had a breakdown.
That's right.
She had a
Sorry.
breakdown and was like, I need to find my own way.
And teleported away
Teleported away.
with something, or she just has the ability.
She has the ability. She's the one that got you guys there.
Would she still have
Oh,
the
with the
parchment of
rings and
messages?
stuff.
Nope. She teleported all of you guys there.
Yeah, we used the
Would-
ring to group up on her, and then she took us out because she knew the place she was taking us to. We did not.
Would she still have the parchment of messages on her person?
Make me an insight.
So, Polaris, it seems like your place is our best bet.
Probably is.
You know, Corzo, you're not sure, but what you do know is you know where it would have been in the in this building. You're welcome to search through and make an investigation if you'd like to try to find it, or maybe the remnants of it.
Just real quick. If I can, fuck.
well-
Goddammit. If I can get Polaris to let me through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would even guidance you and everything.
Oh, okay. Well,
So yeah, roll that extra d4 as well.
okie doke. Show me a 1. Oh, a 2.
That's
Yeah, as you head on through, you're looking for a very specific thing, and you know she kept it in her drawer. You get into the office section that was there, and you look through. There's bookshelves that have been like knocked over and are mostly burnt up. You do find some pages of a book that is only partially burnt up, but not all the way. And you see the desk. You go over, and it looks like the whole desk has been like smashed. You find one of the drawers, and you kind of try to like open it / like lift off sections of it to get where the drawer would be. And it looks like there's a parchment that has burnt up a little there.
Only a little though.
Yeah, about like halfway. It does look like it is the correct. Like it does look like it's from her notebook.
It'll still work. I'll grab it.
Okay.
All right. Let's go back to Polaris's house.
It's not particularly a house.
Studio apartment.
Oh, God.
Like where I live in the castle. I was gonna say that if we wanted to,
Basement of his mom's
it's a
house.
room. No,
Please
We're
tell
all
me you
I
live in a
was
giant
gonna
pine
suggest
cone.
we go to
25
my.
square feet.
Giant pine cone.
I was gonna suggest we could go to my parents' house, but that would
They want
probably
me to
take a
make
long
dinner or what?
time. I mean, they're very nice people, and they my mother would definitely.
Might
offer
I
me some
suggest we
dinner
go
if
to
you
the
wanted.
vampire's house because we're
No,
planning on going?
why don't we just go to an inn? Why is this a
There are
discussion?
none.
There are no inns.
We
We're
can
not
just
That's fine.
sleep out
Wait,
in
We don't
nature.
need to sleep.
we're not sleeping in the street, bro.
We're not sleeping. We just woke up. We're going to a place to speak privately. It's
And
hard to
then
do
we
that
go
with a
I
tent
was
flap.
Another
Summon your
place.
bubble.
I was gonna suggest we could probably use that spell of yours, Chikara, to if we went to my room to have the most privacy possible.
Let's just go to the vampire place. It's closer than the castle. I can bring my bubble there and we can talk.
That's true.
I fear about opening portals in places we care about.
True. Polaris, do you have a sister by any chance? take that as a no. Okay, awkward conversation over. Let's go.
As you guys are.
Yes, yes, I do actually. She's 11.
You had to remember.
Oh,
Anyway. Oh, what was her name again? Oh, yeah.
Hang on, I'm thinking.
As you guys are walking and talking to the vampire's house,
What's it say?
you hear a little bit of
Talk to it.
walking and talking on your way to the vampire's house. It does seem like there's a little bit of like talk amongst the streets, just like of what went down, and some of the people are making speculations that other tribes had something to do with it. Just kind of like rumors amongst themselves.
As we're hearing that, and I'll kind of do my best to throw my voice, so I'll do a performance for that, and just toss out things like, I bet it was the bastards from the inn across the way. They sabotaged her because she was taking their customers. Yeah, that's why they fled in the night after.
All right, make me a performance and then make me a persuasion at advantage. Oh,
Well, I would argue that it's a deception because
sure, deception.
it's not true.
Sorry, I meant deception. You say that, and some people are kind of like turn, and you hear one of them say, "Oh, you hear that? That idea might have been right. Did you say that?" And looking at his friend.
And
No.
as we're passing, I'll just say in normal voice, I don't know who said that, but that sounds like a pretty keen idea.
Insurance is a scam. Eat the rich.
The rumors start to kind of spread, and yeah, you feel pretty good that you passing on some, not truth, but better than tribes fighting each other.
And more accurate to the truth of the evil vampire in people. Anyway.
Was she a vampire?
No, not Lucia. Lucia was an ally.
No, the one in the other bar.
It was the Night Mother thing, yeah.
Yes. As you guys go into the house again, it has been left the way you left it, which
Boy, I'm going
was
to need
broken
you to
in.
stand on that table. Take a step. Walk about 5 feet down and to your left.
What?
Perfect. Pyramid formation assembled.
Now we can fly.
Wait, are you all proficient in athletics or acrobatics?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Then you absolutely can.
All right, gather around. It'll be 10 minutes. Do what you want. Search the place if you need, but be here by the 10th minute.
God, I'm going down the
Making the
basement.
dome.
All right.
More blood.
There's barrels of it.
Oh, barrels of blood. Roy, go away.
Baby.
You love when that hurts. Ooh,
Yeah.
Heaven's a place on earth.
There are 3 barrels of that wine. So
Oh,
yeah,
oh.
they weigh 120 pounds apiece.
Roy, since you have the gloves, you're on it.
And what do you want me to do with it?
Carry it for us.
Forever?
Yes.
Damn, if only we had a hole big enough to fit all of this.
Exactly.
I want to call Savitar.
Ah.
Can you take a look at this door for me?
Oh, yeah, sure, no problem.
Then I will lie. This one here.
Yeah, 360 pounds of barrel. You cannot carry 3 barrels. You can carry 1. Weight-wise, you might be able to, but you can carry 1 barrel, but it's going to take up both of your hands to carry it.
That's all right. I'll just fill my wine flask and everything else like that.
Just
Roy.
put it in a bag of
Okay.
holding.
This door here, it appears we've never opened it.
All right, everybody back up. Oh, boy, you want to hit me with that guidance real quick? I'm going to crack my neck and crack my fingers and... Oh.
Go for it.
Oh.
You can have 2.
I'll take that too.
Roll me thieves' tools.
Can I do an investigation first? Just
Yes,
see
you
if there's
can.
any sort of,
Make me an
wolf
investigation.
Fuckery.
Make me an investigation. Nope, you don't see
Oh.
any.
A 9. Oh my god, almost hit double digits. All right. Knowing how we got shocked last time, can I just take one of my? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take the Kick-a-More stinger out of my bag that I've been holding for literally ever, and kind of quickly jam it into the keyhole and almost kind of like let it go really quickly.
What are you doing, Rogue Brother?
Make me a sleight of hand check.
No one gets stuck in a keyhole, boy.
Well, that's not true. That one little fairy did.
What?
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 Nothing.
Oh. Sleight of hand. Oh, she.
All right.
Can I cast guidance on the lock to give the lock advantage?
It's alright, you can't beat a 29.
Peter Pan.
Instead of like
I have a
jamming
feeling
it
that
in,
I'm going to not
Die.
pay attention for the next few minutes. Polaris is really passing out.
all right. Sevatar, you remember kind of what happened last time? You all got shocked pretty fucking bad. This time you're like planning ahead, and instead of like even touching it as it goes in, you kind of stand like a few inches away, and you like toss it in like a dart.
Kobe.
And you see that thing get electrified and fall down onto the ground, and you see sparks coming off of the lock.
Oh man, that could have ended poorly, huh? Okay, let's get in there before it resets. And thieves' tools. 2 natural 20s in a row. I can only get so hard.
As you go in, you start to pick it. It's a pretty easy lock to pick, and you can start to feel, or more accurately, you can start to hear the electricity starting to form back in the lock. And you quickly finish it and push the door open. And
See, boy, that's how it's done.
just before it goes off,
And I helped.
Go ahead.
it
My elevator
is
door's open.
a storage room. Looks like there's all sorts of dried herbs in here, as well as like brooms and mops and different fabrics and stuff. Make me an investigation.
Is that me or Adalia?
Whoever's going in.
I will help Adalia search.
So Dahlia.
I'm just here to hang out.
By the way, I'm gonna slap Broy's right ass cheek on my way in to help Adalia.
Dahlia, it looks very cluttered. You're trying to like move stuff around and pick up different boxes and check around and in. You're not finding anything. Yeah, you're not finding
I wonder
anything.
why they bothered to charm this door.
Good question.
Well, looks like nothing to me. And I go ahead and hang up.
You need some help there. I barely did any, but never mind. Yeah,
Adalia, there's
You
a
go
room.
in one of the boxes that Adalia was looking in as well, and you're like, you could have looked better. And as you just kind of like look through, there's just all of this hay and stuff, and you're kind of like digging through it to see if you can find anything. And
wait, there's hay in a storage closet?
like in a crate.
There's hay in a crate?
Yeah. And as you're digging around in it, you hear ding, something like hit the side, but you can't find it. And you're like trying to go through it, and you just pick up the whole crate and you dump it over. And you find a little bag of gems.
Adalia, we found something.
Bonus gems.
Bonus gems. Bonus gems.
Make me an Arcana check.
Oh, hey, someone might want to come look at this stuff real quick. Because
With that 15, they look familiar. They don't look like gems as much as they look like polished rock almost. And there's like a handful of them. Count 5.
I'm gonna toss it to Corzo. Corzo, heads up. I've seen this before, but I can't quite remember.
I figure it might be similar to the stone in that dagger you're holding, Corzo.
I investigated a little further.
And when we hit about 9 minutes, I give a 9-minute warning as a part of my ritual casting.
I compare it to the stone and the dagger. Does it look similar?
No, not at all. This looks black. Almost. It has almost like a wetness to it.
Oh my god! Wait, does it look like the little
Wraith
no,
stones.
no, I was gonna say, does it look like the wraith stones?
It does.
Oh man.
Sorry about that, guys. What was that?
I got a bag of souls.
I guess what's inside it.
It does look like some more of the same wraith stones.
How many is there?
There's 5 of them in this bag.
Oh,
Looks like we got 5 more souls.
I'm gonna do some quick math on my fingers. That should be enough to get us in, right?
Well, we have these 5. That extra one, the wraith stone that I have. Oh yeah, and then the 5 some odd thousand in the dagger. Yeah, we should have plenty.
Yeah, I think we should be good. Yeah, I got my Sea Fury stone here too. I got 1.
Aside from my own, I have none, but I hear they're only used to barter.
And
I have a
purchase, yeah.
feeling if we're going into the hells and going up against demons, we're gonna have to order quite a bit.
And just when you got to that point, Chikara gives you the nod. He's part of this same ritual, and at this point, you guys kind of recognize the ritual. And when the nod happens, you kind of were expecting it any second. You don't know the spell, but it does sound familiar.
Chikara just sits there going,
I'm gonna pull out your Latin. All right, to the circle.
All right, and with that, boop, pops up.
Alrighty. First things first. I'll cast the invis on myself as well.
Okay.
I was thinking you already had that up while we were in here.
Looking around, you don't see anything invisible. But the lock of the door, you can kind of see a residual like sparking coming from the lock of the door that they just opened. You don't know if it was invisible or not, but you can see it.
All right. So
wait,
what is
you
it?
said, I just realized you said those stones were wet?
Slightly, yeah.
Is
You
that
do know that the rock itself has its like own moisture that
Okay,
kind
I
of
was
came
like,
off of
wait,
it. Yeah.
Wait.
No, it's its own. It has its own like
You've got
magical
10,
moisture coming off
5 of these monsters.
inside of a small little dome.
Uh,
Shit.
Do you want me to
Alright.
hold on to those so they can't get wet in my bag?
yeah, that would probably be a good idea. Here, take the other one too. I'll just toss it in with the others and hand it over.
Perfect. Anybody else got any stones that would summon a demonic entity to kill us if it got wet?
No, just me. Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my Sea Fury stone and hand it off to you. Yeah, this might be one of them.
All right, put it in here. Tie this up. Put it in my bag. See, this is a dimensional portal in the realm of the astral plane. The pocket I actually chose of the astral plane was the astral sea.
Oh,
At least they'll all
Okay.
suffocate in there.
Next time you reach into the bag. You just pull out an entire creature.
It's like a Pokeball.
5 of them all squished into a little bag.
Okay, so first things first, I spoke to Rolam. He said that, well, he was in a bad shape. He lost a job. He was working with the Brotherhood. He didn't go into details, but he said that the person who edged him out for the job and why he lost it was Philippa. And he said, oh, but Philippa's not who we think she is, which, of course, we knew that. But he didn't, and I didn't want to outright say that because he barters in information. So tomorrow morning, he should contact me. I'll let him know for some exchanging of goods that I'll tell him who Philippa really is, and we'll get something out of him, hopefully. So that was the biggest thing, is he was working with the Brotherhood, but he was saying that because of what we did, he didn't know this either, Vasina's going to be in more trouble, so we should head out now. And Philippa, who we know to be... here, give me a second. I need to rifle through my brain.
Much as I can't imagine saying this, I also agree we should head out now and get the hell out of here. Get it?
No.
We can't get out
The
until
fuck was
tomorrow,
that?
Right?
Eltibald.
What's preventing us?
We can.
Anyways, Eltibald.
That's who is pretending to be Philippa.
Right.
And she we know, and he we know is working with the hags, so I guess with the hag's mother more accurately. And because of what we did to Zareth's avatar or whatever, she's going to be trying to punish Vasina, so we need to move with haste.
But we can't get there till tomorrow because of the limitations of the ring.
Just quick out of character.
Polaris
What-
has 3
what
charges. Polaris
Is
has
it-
3 charges currently.
Oh, the
And
ring
how
has
many-
4 charges. For
Yeah,
some
and
reason
how many
I
is
thought the ring
it?
had 3.
Is it 3 to plane shift?
Yes.
You have just
So we
enough to
can't do
plane
it
shift
right now.
right now.
Okay.
Okay, so we can't go there right now.
I think we should.
I think we should.
Agree.
I think this is the moment. I don't know why
Just-
we decided to hide here to do it, but I'm into it.
Well, what's one more burnt building in this city?
Yeah, I'm afraid of opening a portal into hell anywhere we care about. And I largely don't care about this place.
I mean, isn't Lush's like tavern completely abandoned and
Yeah,
empty?
it's burned down.
There were
Yeah.
people that were watching, and
I don't know that we want to open a portal to hell in the middle of the street like a dolly.
I mean, for the record, are we going to return? Is this our return point?
Give me an Arcana check, bro.
Great question. actually.
You don't know much
19.
about planar travel.
Wait,
You are very
you can
knowledgeable
write it.
on standard teleportations.
Myself, 23.
All right, with the 23, you know, it's very similar to a teleportation spell in the fact that you shift over to the plane. If you had an understanding of the plane and where things are located and exactly how you could actually get to a specific or more specific spot, but with the knowledge you guys currently have of it, it's going to be pretty blanket statement of where you're going.
I just thought of something. Polaris.
Yes.
Would Mousak have in his study any books on the hells or planar travel itself?
That was something I was going to bring up and talk about. I don't particularly would want to go in there without his mission. But
Where do
would
we
be
leave
possible.
him at? He's somewhere.
Actually, before we do this, I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration on Adalia. Would heal do it? Is it disease?
No, it's no. Read Greater Restoration. It restores any.
No, but I'm
Stat.
saying for the face.
Yeah,
Will it
attribute
fake the
damage.
fucked up face as well?
That's the charisma being 1.
Then yeah, I'll do a greater restoration.
Adalia's face starts to like twist and crack and move as the jawline moves back into place, and her skin just starts to like lose scars, and it's very creepy sounding. Adalia's hair starts to grow back in the spot that it was completely bald, like in this section. And at the very end, there's a small little scar across her cheek that remains. But that scar also has like blue ice in it.
Cool. So my hit point maximum goes to full, and my charisma has come back.
Only one effect. So the charisma one.
So
All
my
right,
hit
somebody
point
want to
maximum
feed
has
me
remained
a 5th
down,
level
and the
spell
charisma
slot?
will come back.
Does that 25 on the disguise kit roll play any, any sort of significance? I'm just saying.
We're about to travel to hell. You want to use 2 5th levels for this? The one I can see, but
Oh yeah, we can always fix it tomorrow.
I say we wait until the morning.
The disguise kit
before
can
we
mask
leave-
the scar.
Before we leave, let's get a final inventory check here. How much diamond dust do we have? Because we cannot guarantee we're going to get more in hell.
I think you have it all, besides maybe you and
I
Corso.
have 2,000 gold pieces worth after casting that.
So don't take that from your own. We have the party pool that Corzo holds.
Party pool.
Okay.
So how much was
How
that?
much does Corzo have?
Right now.
How much did you just use?
I used 100.
Okay, so I'm subtracting it from the
I
party
also
pool
didn't
fee.
use a 5th level spell slot. I used 4 charges from the thing in a 1st level spell slot.
All right. In my inventory, someone has written not very much gold. So, that's the thing I wrote in here, and it's not here anymore. Was the party gold?
Yeah, it's a sheet. It's in our character section.
That's right. Yes.
I edited it just now, so the gold has been subtracted. It has been spent, Eric.
And all of that is
All of it is in diamond.
in diamond dust? Okay. That's fine. I just wanted to check.
I mean, it's all in diamond. We can grind the appropriate amount of dust.
Yeah, can we just put it in?
I have.
Yeah, that works. I was
All
that's
diamond,
fine.
baby.
That's
Bro,
fine.
We have 5,000 fucking gold pieces of diamond dust.
Hell yeah.
That is the party
Why
share.
did we
Yeah.
not use the party share to get the goddamn
Because that just
portable
started.
hole?
I don't know. Sounds like something the healer should keep track of.
I'm not the party.
I am keeping track of it.
At
I
this
didn't know if
point,
we wanted
Broy, you're strong enough to hold this shit now.
But
I
more
mean, I am,
importantly,
but-
more importantly, this is the revival fund, so that people don't bitch when somebody needs to be revived.
Your
Yeah,
Could
boy.
be anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I forgot we had the fucking all of this for diamond dust. An
Oh.
extra 2,000 gold to fuck around with.
Roy forgot something? God damn it, Roy.
It has been
For the
specified
record,
many times.
apparently
Corzo-
everybody forgot about it.
Not
No,
everybody.
I'm not the
Chikara.
healer.
Apparently
Also,
everyone
Eric-
but Chikara forgot about it.
When I did currency exchange, I
Mhm.
just wrote down 1,500 gold worth of assorted gems. I don't care what they are. I just random gems.
okay.
Chikara, how much diamond dust
Just
do you
for
have
bartering
on
in the hells.
I have a lot.
you? How much is a lot?
I'm getting there. Calm down.
A good amount. Hey God, check your
I
chat.
have 4K of diamonds.
I know. I see.
What the fuck?
Um,
How do you have
in
4,000 of diamonds?
Just a second,
You know
assuming
that
they
6K we just
teleport.
got from from fighting the enemy?
You didn't buy
and-
anything? I guess you just turned it all into diamonds?
Correct.
Fair enough.
Nice.
All right. So where are you guys headed off to?
So collectively, we're immortal. I like this. I'm into it.
Do we
My
wanna
plan is
try
just make-
to?
Sorry, go ahead, Corso. My bad.
Do we want to try to go read up a little bit before we leave, or are we just going?
I think it could be a good idea to read.
Wait,
I'm
doesn't
gonna make some
one of our
poisons.
items summon a demon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Multiple of your
Why don't we
items
just
summon a
ask
demon.
Them?
Oh, should we summon?
I don't know that we want to expend this. It's a once-a-day thing. It might be more useful once we're there.
I mean, I feel like having an angel would be better.
Last time she left, she wasn't in a great condition, and it was a little sudden.
Oh, the angel. We should check on. Now that you bring that up, she was pretty. She got hagged.
Right.
That being said, I think the best source of information for a place to teleport to would be a demon that we already have control over.
It's a battle to keep control over. If I fail that battle, she could lie. I think a book.
Do you know if you fail the battle?
I don't know.
We also have
Oh,
my
no.
Oogie Boogie Spooky Cloak. If we're looking for demons and evil nonsense.
People who write books and that end up in the shelves of leaders of state, those are pretty reliable sources.
Say that Malsac does have a very nice collection of books.
Now, do we have any indication of what level of hell we're going to be going to, or are we just
Well, I think we
insert hell
start at
here?
the beginning.
Roy.
I mean, it
told us
might
we
not.
need to get to the bottom.
We'll knock on
Yeah,
the front
so
door.
I mean, if we talk to a demon who already knows, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
the
We
Ulve
just
said we have to
teleport.
travel the river to get down.
Well, I mean, but we have dimensional shenanigans.
The Ulve can see the future.
Kind
Not
of.
clearly.
All right, so
She also just saw one possible future.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Down here.
We didn't ask. So therefore, it's only a 50% chance that I'm wrong.
Sorry, Perlaris, you were saying something?
Oh, I was saying I think Broy's pretty outvoted here.
Yeah, my vote's on the book.
I vote the
More
demon.
books.
Book time. I'm gonna make some poisons.
All right.
All right, so we're traveling to the castle.
Back to the castle. And with that, we will take a break as you guys are finishing your discussion in these chambers and figuring out your next plan. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, people.
37-second mark.
Oh wait, well you were looking at it on the Twitch though. That was like 30 seconds late.
Oh, well,
It's okay.
my bad.
It's fine. It's fine. We're back. I don't know
Seems like
where
the only thing
Daniel
we
or Ben are,
got,
but
unless we start our own timers, is the Twitch thing.
yeah, that's fair. I call it out, but I call it out for the people that are here and listening. If they're not here, then it doesn't help. Okay. So you guys were wanting to head out to Mousek's library?
That is the democratic vote.
We have Polaris here?
Can we have?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I'm here. Also, can we have gems that cost just 1 gold? Actual question. I'm not trying to like make it dumb, but like if not, that's okay.
No.
No.
No, they would
That's
be
not-
heavier than a gold piece at that point.
And no for the fact that gems are worth more than gold. So
That's fair. That's fair.
any gem, no matter how small, would be worth more than the 1 gold piece would.
So
I
25
would
is the
accept
lowest
I
one.
would accept 1 platinum, but that's like a tiny fucking gem.
But 25 is fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
This man's converting everything into gems.
Oh yeah,
All right.
almost everything.
You guys are headed back out into Caer Trold. Well, I mean, you're in Caer Trold. And you head back through the castle where you have been many a times. Heading back through the main lobby of the place, which I'm looking for my little picture so I can... Yeah, the interior section of Caer Trold. And from there, heading out even further to Mousek's office, which I also have a picture for if I can find it. Wait. Oh no. I have it over here. Don't worry. This is why you don't get rid of things, people. Boop. I'm missing.
Ah yes, the cheese.
What am I missing? The cheese still sitting there rotting. Soda Chikara. Which Chikara may or may not go into, so I don't know yet. As you guys are walking up to the office, that same moonlight glow is coming from the office itself. Yeah, can't say for sure if Chikara would walk into there or not. Yeah. Somebody. Oh, okay.
Chikara walking into this person's office, I guess it would depend on what they saw with their invisibility, but it's largely their vote to go here for the book.
I know. That's what makes this very interesting.
Ah,
Well, you could just send.
I'm gonna help myself to some of the cheese.
The cheese is pretty dry. It's starting to have bugs crawling on it.
It reminds me of democracy.
It's been here for a little while. Same with the
Is it-
wine that was poured. It's also been here for a little while. It's only been a few days, but bugs have found it. You can find some sections of the cheese that haven't been taken over.
Well,
Welcome
I
back,
feel like
Ben.
we would have to wait for that.
No. The rest of you guys, we'll go back to it when he gets here. But you guys are in here. It looks like a pretty good assortment of books. What are you guys looking for in particular?
Hell.
Okay.
Hell,
Make me an investigation check.
I'll assist whoever.
Would I have advantage since I?
Yeah, you would have advantage.
I'll give you a D4 slash.
Before anyone
Hilarious.
does anything, I will say, look, but don't touch,
It's a good call.
just in case.
What's up?
All right, we have
I have-
Adalia
would I-
with a 17. What was that, Polaris?
Would I have any idea if there were booby traps? Is that?
I feel like I
Give me a
remember
history check.
specifically saying that there were. So
Yeah, I feel like I do.
Yes, you know some of these books, while they're not necessarily booby trapped, like there's things watching the room and are like, on his office in case somebody breaks in situation. But you don't think the books are necessarily booby trapped if they're in the office. It's if they leave the office, things might happen. And then you also know that some of these books are more dangerous than others, just existing on the shelf. Like, interacting with it, while it's not necessarily guarded by him, the book has its own defenses. Almost like it's semi-living magical book.
We'll convey all of it.
So you definitely say the look, but don't touch until we're certain situation.
Yeah. Also, he's definitely probably watching. He
That's okay.
knows we're probably here. Everyone wave.
I
I
would ask
hope he
permission,
isn't.
but we're on a time crunch.
Yeah. So is he.
Polaris and Adalia, you guys are looking through the books, not seeing anything really jump out at you. But Corzo is scanning through and sees one of them in Abyssal. And you see a bunch of different writings in different languages. Some of them you guys understand, some of them you don't. Corzo, you see one that has a title in Abyssal, but then inscribed in little parentheses next to it, it has the title in common as well. And it says The Banishment of Mortals. You also find another book in here, and it says Where the Wild Things Are. Those ones pique your interest.
I think I found two. What do we think of these ones?
Does my religious Dar pop off? Made him look occulty.
The one that's written in Abyssal it's the only one written in Abyssal. Is a little bit culty like. The other one not so much. It's written in Sylvan is the other one though. Which I don't know if Corzo speaks, but I know
speak that,
Polaris.
actually.
Oh, perfect. So yeah, it's written in Sylvan on the title.
100%.
So perfect.
I also speak Sylvan.
Oh, awesome. Chikara, now that you're back, would you have walked into the office? As everybody approaches, you see that moonlight coming back out through the office.
Honestly, I was gonna suggest, but it would have had a little discussion that I just stay with the dome, and they come back once they're ready to go.
Oh, that's fine. If everybody was cool with that.
Fair?
Because if I leave, I'll have to recast it, and that's 10 more minutes wasted.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so I will take. Well, I'll leave you on the map so you can see, but yeah, you're not here. Easy. Polaris, make me an investigation check as well.
Hang on. Sorry, I'll be right back.
Okay. Polaris, you kind of looked over some of the titles, but then you kind of went over to his desk and looked at some of the papers that he had just laying about. And you did notice that there's something about lineage on these papers on his desk. And it's written in Druidic.
do I happen to know anything about either? Well, I get probably not the banishment of mortals in my growing up, but does where the wild things are spark any triggers?
Not based off of title. Yeah.
No, I didn't
Oh,
know if
actually,
it-
roll me a
common
history
book.
check. Roll me a history check.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah. It's a kid's story. But
think
it
I-
makes you question, why is it in this office?
Why are we here in the first place? 10 more minutes wasted to cast another hut, yet it's a whole hour to come over here.
I will.
Are we summoning the demon guys?
Yeah, I'll read the document.
Demon out.
All right.
You're not my office.
All
Bring the demon out.
right.
I have the blood of the demon.
Oh man, it's almost like we should have done this in the first place.
Polaris, as you're looking through some of the papers on the desk, you see a very big map of Skellig. And it's got like marked out paths, almost like markings across it. And it shows where the giants have been roaming. It's like their passageway around Skellig. Which
Skellig is basically hell.
and then you focus back to that lineage paper, and it says Sintra lineage, and it's like a big family tree, and you see like one end is just cut off, not like physically, like it's all one paper, but it looks like one end has been like redacted basically, but this is just a print of something else. It's not the main one. But it stops at the name Coram. And it looks as if some marriage and more families happened. But go ahead and give me another history check, Polaris. Actually, perception check or investigation, whichever's higher for you.
That's perception.
Roll a d20.
Nice. You see a name that it sounds sort of familiar. And it's covered up mostly, but you can kind of faintly see some of it. And the name is, let me pull it out so I spell it correctly. Wait. Oh, there. Wait. Where is it? Oh, okay, I'll just say it. It's Adela.
What was it?
Adela? Is that what it was?
Adela?
Maybe? Damn. I'm trying to remember, but I can't find my note for it. Yeah. Okay, Adela. Thank you. I was like, wait, damn it, I can't find the note.
Is that a name all of us have heard, or just
Adalia has for sure. Chikara has, and I believe Corzo has.
Corzo was the only one there that I recall when I was addressed by that.
Yeah.
Melatelli.
And then Polaris, you've heard it as well.
Melatelli.
A while ago as well.
Okay, I think.
Just
As well.
like in hearing history lessons in the past of the different of your Fey realm, which is where you know your magic comes from. Yeah.
Well, I didn't. It's not my knowledge.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if Malsac has like the anything on this paper? Like an alarm that would go off.
Yes, make me a Arcana check. On the desk itself, no. There is no alarm that would go off on anything here. But you do think the books would cause an alarm to go off.
I am going to fold up the paper and put it.
Okay. All right. With that, those were the two books, Corzo, that caught you.
Well,
And the Where the Wild Things Are, which is what I'm looking at, semi-regretfully, is written in Sylvan.
Yes. The title sounds familiar, but you would have known it in either Elvish or Common.
Yeah, I imagine Common because my parents didn't speak Elvish either.
So then Common.
Strange that they would have this book, and I've never seen this language before, but I knew the story growing up.
Oh, Mousesack does have. Would I also know if this was a children's book?
Roll me a history check.
Henry.
To you, you've heard the book. You have not heard it as a children's book. You heard it as like a guide, as like a monster, not a monster guide, but like a documentation of different fey creatures.
It would make sense that Mousesack would have something like that. He has documentations of all different types of creatures, knowledge about realm.
It's a children's book of make-believe.
Children's book? No, he wouldn't have something done like. Well, he might actually, but this is no children's book.
I don't speak the language, but it sure shares the name of one, and it has the same pictures.
Do you take the book off the shelf and look at it?
I was assuming Corzo was studying it to know it was Sylvan, but I guess we can read the spines. So no, I definitely don't. I'm not touching anything. No.
Okay.
do you recall in that children's story if it ever mentioned anything about the hells?
No, it did not.
Yeah, well, like, no, but maybe in a very, very philosophical way if you're taking it text of reality.
I don't think that one is of particular use to us right this moment.
You know, Adalia, Where the Wild Things Are was a book about this child that got lost in the forest and found this entrance to a world unknown, finding all sorts of beasts and creatures alike, some friendly, some dangerous. And he had to grow up and later eventually escape that prison. Children's story told to people that are misbehaving in a way to kind of go, well, you don't want to get lost in the woods type of situation. It was a little dark, but there was some humor to it. Yeah.
It's a dark story, but not that dark. I was read it when I was very young.
All right. Well,
This other one, definitely.
Yeah, the one right next to it.
yeah, that one seems of interest. Is there any alarms on this?
Make me an Arcana check. Or investigation, whichever you... Well,
I'm
yeah, whichever you...
better at investigation, I think. But actually, they are equal. So, which one would you like?
Investigation. It's fine. As you look, it looks like all of these books have an alarm on it. But again, you don't think it's on the book being removed from the shelf. You think it's being taken out of the room.
Okay. I'm going to pull it off the shelf.
Okay. Comes off.
And I set it down on the desk.
Okay.
And we open it and start looking through it.
As soon as you open it, you hear the book, like, as you open it up, you see as this face kind of emerges out of it, screaming in pain. And then it stops and flips to the first page.
I like that.
Thanks, Harry Potter. All right, let's kind of skim through any mention of how the hells and how they're arranged, and
Okay.
any maps or anything.
Make me an intelligence check. Just baseline intelligence.
While they're reading, I'm hoping my investigation check eventually leads me to the table.
Yeah, baby.
Ooh, nice. All right. You get quite a bit of information from this book. When it talks about multiple levels, there seems to be about 9, each one containing a different sort of geographical layout. Some of them, and you do find out that one of them sounds very, very, very similar to a place that you've already visited once before when you were killed for a brief moment. That seems to be the first level. And as you read through this, you find more and more about different things, and we'll go through that as give you advantage on checks in the future on this. But the big thing that you get in knowledge of is that there's a corruption that people endure down there. The longer you're there, the more you get twisted and turned, just more demonic and messed up you become. The people use souls as a way to gain more power and influence. The more you have on you corrupts you more and faster. Very dangerous things. And as you are scrolling through more and more, make me a wisdom saving throw.
We're good at those. Actually, we are good at those now. I forget. Hey.
You're getting an unsettling feeling going through as you're flipping through, and like almost like your grim psychometry is starting to take over, and you're starting to get like visions as you're like scrolling through it, but you're fighting it back to try to get information from this book.
Am I like visibly like wincing?
Yeah,
or anything?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Something's not right with this book, but I'm gonna keep reading.
As you pass through, you find out there's cities in there, controlled by different beings. You find out that the second one is controlled by the second one is controlled by this demon that you get the name. It's Dispater, Dispater. Pater. He controls the city of blood, and that's on the second level. Make me another wisdom save.
I should probably stop. Lucky's gonna run out.
Nah, you'll be alright.
And with that, it's starting to overpower you, and your arm is starting to like almost burn a little bit as it's coming up.
Bitch, my blood is on fire.
Yes, it's okay.
Shit.
More accurately, your blood is starting to like pop out and shoot out of the veins a little bit as it's like popping little holes here and there, and it's hurting in pain. And
Add a 6 to that, Ian.
Okay. I add a 6 to that, I guess.
okay, and you're holding it, and you're like, no. Do you want to continue reading it?
What the gals?
I must
I got
know
one more.
about now.
I got one.
All right.
Much as I can get.
you find out that there was once a being much greater. You see the name Ralmith in here. First time you have ever read the name Ralmith on any piece of paper ever. You've heard it now from a couple of visions, but you've never read it. You read that name and you see that there's a great anger and fight between Asmodeus and Zareth. They are rivals against each other.
Wait, so Ralmith and Zareth are not the
And
same person?
Zareth and Ralmith are the same person. Zareth is like the colloquial name. Ralmith is the more biblical name. And you're seeing that there's like a great struggle, and Asmodeus is very much against Ralmith. Sorry, I had Zareth written here. So very much against Ralmith. They struggle and fight, but currently, based off of the book, Asmodeus is losing the wars and losing control over the... I'm trying to make sure I get the right one. Over the 8th level of hell. Make me another wisdom save.
All right. 25.
Not too bad.
At this point, blood is coming out of your veins and it's pouring onto this book. You are shaking violently and everybody can see. You still have the power to keep flipping through this, though. Do you wish to continue? At this point, you are taking full-on damage from this, and you take
That's fine. I take
25 necrotic damage.
A lot, though.
This reminds me when I read The Crucible in high school. Jesus.
And you're starting to hear the scream, and everybody else is seeing the book start to like manipulate forms as this like people or things in there are like making images screaming at you. You've been doing very well on your saves.
Believe.
Do I think I can pick up where I left off later?
Make me an intelligence check at disadvantage.
Because I'm hurt.
Yeah, well, that's not your full focus. You have no fucking clue.
I got I got some good information. There were no maps or anything that I found, like explaining how well, no.
You also have
information I need.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have generic advantage as well on certain checks throughout the hells. So
we're good. I'm closing the book. We're good.
Hey.
We're good.
Everybody, you guys are just watching this apparently.
I was going to
Wow.
investigating the room, hoping to land upon the table.
Okay.
Stop making poisons. I don't know what you're talking about.
Adalia, you were kind of like walking around the room, but after the second one where you started hearing the book scream, you turned and focused on what the fuck was happening over there as well. And that's when Corzo started bleeding. You saw like blood shooting out of his veins, and at the end, Corzo, your eyes are bleeding, your wrists are bleeding, and yeah, you're just not in good shape right now. You close the book, and you're shaking while holding it right now.
Jesus, so how's hell? It seems you found the right book.
I think I did. I got a lot of useful info, actually. So, some of the basic stuff we already know. There's 9 levels. The souls are currency. Something we didn't necessarily know exactly how it worked. There's a corruption that takes place the longer you're there and the more souls you collect. So that might be something to consider if we're going to transition all of these souls, all of the souls within the dagger into coins. I think it would have to take place over a long period of time, though. We, or at least I, probably a lot of us, have actually already been to the first level of hell. So we know exactly where we're going.
Then let's make
I-
quick work of it.
Yeah, I know the name of the demon that controls the second level's city of blood. And I know there's an eternal battle between Realmuth and Asmodeus. And Asmodeus is losing, so he may be willing to make some kind of deal with us to help take down Realmuth.
How long ago was that book written?
Dad, I didn't check the cover page. I don't know.
Now that
When was the
you've
last chapter out?
kind of separated from it, make me an
Now, quick
intelligence check.
Does that mean it's corrupted if you're the one who transfers the soul to a coin?
It seems that it was mostly the more you had, the more soul coins and souls that you collected.
More so
Okay,
like the
why don't
more
we
you have
summon
control
Angel?
over.
And give them to
So whether it's on your person or it's in a bag of holding, it's still technically one person controls that.
All right, so I'm not saying, one life is worth more than another. I'm just saying that our lives are very important and a criminal's life isn't.
What are you saying, Bri?
I'm saying maybe we bring someone in.
And make
And
them the
corrupt-
richest man in all of hell,
Yes.
and hope that they don't backstab us with all of the souls that we just give them.
Well, it's not like having the souls makes them more powerful. It just
Yes, it
Of course
does.
Of course it does.
It 100%
One
does.
currency of hell.
Okay, next thing here. Okay. So, we get one person, right? We give them all of the things. We go back and buy those balls of force or whatever and pokeball our bank.
What's a Pokeball?
We store our bank in inside one of the spheres, and that way only they are corrupted, and we can only bring them out when we need them to do something.
Like slavery?
No, whoa.
That just
No,
sounds like
it's like-
slavery with extra steps.
Because
Yeah.
somebody's already imprisoned, right?
It's a good thing we
And
got
so
those
we're
manacles,
We're
right?
just taking their prison and moving it somewhere else.
Hell.
So like
But then
slavery,
what
yeah.
happens when we bring them out of the prison that we
They
have?
pay
them in?
their confinement fees.
Their confinement fees.
And then when you're trying to do business with a demon, and they go, "How about instead of me giving you 10 souls, they go, I'll give you 20 souls to kill all these people." And
Well, then we kill him
backstab.
because he's gonna try and murder us. Obviously, we're the victims.
Oh, I see.
So not do that.
Orzo, after a
saying-
bit of time, that intelligence check that you made, you realized that the book was never in past tense.
Wait, the mirror. Bam!
It's always in
Oh,
present. And it almost felt like it was changing.
Like an active.
Like it's a
what's happening
live
right now.
documentation of what's happening.
It's a live stream.
You weren't reading words that were printed on a page. You just opened the page and it started speaking words at you.
Okay, next idea here. Same concept. Pokeball prisoner. But instead
familiar
we
with this
use the
Pokeball, but
mirror
okay.
shard and make them believe, that they owe us, so they are morally obligated to pay for everything.
Morals are a difficult ground to
Yeah, but the mirror shard can
Traverse,
change
boy.
people's memories and dominate people. Oh, give them the vampire drink.
A new option, we take none of the souls to hell.
I don't. But we'll be poor then.
But then we have nothing to barter with.
I have nothing to need to bargain. Feel free to take them if you want.
Well, I don't want them either. I just don't want us to be corrupted by having them.
Oh, it's gonna happen whether you like it or not, bro.
Well, I'm not gonna touch any of those things.
I think the corruption happens over a period of time. it seems. Not just, I have all these souls and instantly I become corrupted.
Well, is it like a quantity accelerates the process kind of situation, or is it if you have one, you are slowly corrupted?
It's possible, but I don't think we're going to be down there too long.
I mean, time moves differently there.
It moves differently there.
Right.
True.
So, not too long could be a very long time,
Lifetime.
even.
Right, but, well, now we're getting into weird time stuff, but I feel like once we're there, the passage of time for us stays normal. It's just
Well, it
different from
factors
where it
what
is
was-
elsewhere.
Right. Which a book in this reality might say it takes a really long time. Like somebody comes in and they come out 10 years later super corrupted. But potentially they just went in.
I realized after I've been sitting with this for a moment here, that book is more a depiction of live events that are happening right now, as opposed to previous events. It's a very strange book.
I think maybe the book will have value, and we can trade that instead.
I don't think we can take the book out of here.
I mean, we can dimensional shift out of here.
We can try.
Polaris, are you here?
Yeah, I just said you don't have Chikara.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can message Chikara.
We also don't have Saboteur.
No,
we
I'm
can
here.
message Seven.
Yeah, Savitar's here.
I thought he was
Hi.
using poisons in the hut.
He's
And realistically,
with you guys.
Polaris,
I
how
could walk
upset
and
would it
mix.
be if we took
I
this
could
book
walk
to
and mix.
save the mortal realms? I'm just saying.
It's
You know,
Not so
that's
much
a
that he
great
would-
question, and I'm not gonna risk it.
Well, okay, then I'll risk it for you.
both. The problem is that there's an alarm on the book.
Yeah, so it goes
Who
off.
knows what that's gonna do?
Who's not
Yeah.
excited about a loud book?
I'm not excited
can't-
about that.
I can't entirely imagine the Jarl would be thrilled with a loud alarm going off.
Well, he can see
Wow.
us in hell.
While both me and Malsak, the only two people who could probably stop it, are
Ballsack.
in a different dimension.
I mean, I'm sure he knows the alarm's going off. He can eventually come back. Wait, why is he in a different dimension?
He's helping with.
He's in fascia.
He's busy.
Oh, that's right.
He's building an army. He may or may not currently be a patient.
Yeah, I thought it was a mortal army, not a immortal army.
I don't think anything fish is immortal. Well, aside from maybe Melitali. And clearly
Well,
not.
we stopped her from dying, so we know she's very much mortal.
Yeah.
Mortal has weird rules. You know, like
That's
immortal to time versus immortal to a blade.
So,
So let's get out of
some
here.
good information out of here. First, I'm trying to go tonight.
Let's run back to Chikara. I set the book back on the shelf.
Did we find everything of value in here?
You think that this room is
Has no more hell.
is filled with different artifacts, information, just magic in general fills this room. Something I mentioned last time was that there's like this orb in the center that's surrounded and it just kind of floats there. And it's this bluish orb. I explained it last time when you guys were actually here, but yeah. So there's just seems like there's a lot of magic. There's glyphs on stuff. There's glyphs around the doorways. It's got a lot of magical in this room. So no, you don't think you found it all, but you think there's a lot to gain being in this room if you had time.
But we don't. So let's go.
All right. So you guys leave. Corzo, the lingering pain still coming from your eye and wrists, just kind of body in general. It's more than you have experienced in the past. Even while it didn't take as much damage, it's just very unique to the situation. And you guys head off, and you kind of trail behind a little bit. Not super far, but you're behind everybody by about 5 to 10 feet, which normally you take lead. So that's just different in your character. But you guys make it back to the hut, and
On the way
Jakara
over, guys,
is
I
there.
thought of it. I thought of how we can avoid. I thought of how we can avoid the corruption. Okay, so we got to make a deal with a demon, right? And all we have to do is tell him he can keep whatever's left after we leave. That's free money for him. All he has to do is tag around and pay people.
Corzo, give me an Arcana check. You don't want Broy to hold any souls anymore. With the way he's been talking and what you've seen so far, just in that experience, you fear that he would get corrupt super fucking fast.
I already said I'm not going to hold any souls.
You're just
I'm trying to save.
you're
everyone
just
else.
a little concerned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, guys,
No souls for this one.
I have my own soul. Wait, does having my own soul coin corrupt myself? Oh no.
What's up?
I'm gonna get going, guys. I actually have to do stuff real quick.
All right.
Okay.
Bye, Polaris.
Thank you for
Alright.
being here.
Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you.
Have a
That
good
was fun.
have a good
Do
one.
we want to
Guys.
start next session off going and
All right. We're
doing the hell?
back here.
Doing the hell.
So you guys make it back to the vampire lair.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. What did I miss?
Nobody wants to make a deal so we don't have to get devils or whatever.
I don't know that
Corruption.
that sentence made any sense to me, but sure, okay.
Nobody wants to get a prisoner to change his memory to then give us money.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
down for that. What are you talking about?
Soul coins corrupt souls.
Okay,
Yeah,
focus
well,
on-
they warned us of that, didn't they?
Right. But it's also, I believe it's more of a time-based thing. However, in the book that I found, Broy should not have any soul coins.
That has nothing to do with the
It
book.
said that in a book you found? I
It
mean, I
didn't
agree
say
with
that
the
explicitly, but
I agree with the book, but it's odd that it would
Um,
be found in someone else's library.
basically, we have already seen the first level of hell, most of us. Anytime that we have ceased to be alive, that is the first level of hell. So we have an
Ah.
ending.
So you and Polaris then.
Yes. Which Polaris has the ring to send us wherever we need to go, so that's perfect.
Can you, one of you use a healing to get him back up to full so we go in this at full
That's
strength?
alright, I'll wait
Just
or drink
suffer.
a potion or something.
We
It's
could
fine.
take a short rest. I mean, that'd probably be a little easier.
Before we go to hell, yeah, we could go.
The second, I have the name of the demon that controls the second level of Hell's City.
Okay.
I have the information that Ralmouth and another demon named Asmodeus, who's in charge of the 8th level of Hell, are in a eternal struggle, and Asmodeus is currently losing. So we might be able to use that to our advantage.
So that's two potential allies that we now know of. Powerful allies against Ralmouth. Asmodeus and Lilith.
Should we be saying those names out loud? Is that like a bad vibe thing?
How long were they gone, by the way, Eric?
Close to hour and a half.
No. Once they get back, I will cast See Invis again.
Most of that was travel, though.
Eric,
Yeah, most of it was travel. You were in the office probably about 20 minutes.
Eric,
Yes.
is having the power over a demon by knowing their true name a common knowledge thing?
I'm going to say with the information Corzo learned, yes. That is now knowledge that you guys have.
Did we learn the names of any? True names of any?
Oh.
From the book of live feed?
Okay.
none of those are the true names because the true names are kept very secret. 'Cause why would they want anyone to know their true name?
But didn't we learn that one of their colloquial, as well as I think it might have been Asmodeus,
Ralmuth is also Zara.
Ralmith, and Zareth? Are either of those their true name?
I think Zareth is more of a like a people made it up name.
Yeah, it's like, think of it as Beelzebub and the devil. The devil's like kind of more modern. Beelzebub is like the ancient name,
They're
supposedly.
both human-made names, but one is more archaic than it.
Yes.
Some 18-year-old in his room somewhere.
Here, if you heard stories, it would have been of Zareth. But back when you guys were seeing visions of past events and really old texts and from people that lived a long time, they use the name Ralmuth.
All right. Well, is there anything else we need to know before we go, or do you think we're good? Roy said you may want to rest. I obviously have been resting since you left, but
There is more in that book of hell, but it seems to do more damage than going to hell would do.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
I will point out you did pass every single save. So good job. Even though they kept getting harder and harder.
Michael helped with one of
Yeah.
them.
well, are we doing this?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Polaris readies the ring and begins casting the planar shift, taking the metal tuning fork that Adalia had made, and it starts to open up. This portal emerges in front of all of you. You can't see through it, but you know that that's where you need to go.
And I believe it to go to Facia, so I will first.
Okay. Why do you believe it to go to Facia?
I took the tuning fork from you. The Facia tuning fork.
Okay.
Wait, what? I thought you made one for the Hells.
It is for the Hells. And you knew it was for the Hells when you got it.
I was told by Mousak it would help me get, quote, back here whilst in Facia.
No, back to the... No, it was back to where you needed to be. It's for the Hells.
To where I needed to be, I guess.
Yeah. Which you may... Okay,
No.
you may have thought Facia. That's fair. Thank you.
What happened?
But it's not Facia.
And I was
used
like,
the wrong
like,
fork.
how do you
Alright.
know? I don't know we're going to Facia first, but cool. And I guess there's a portal over there that'll take us to hell, which there is. And then we'll go through that door. That sounds like a good idea. Like, I'm on
Alright.
board with this.
Adalia just steps through like, oh, without a care in the world.
Yeah,
like hair.
that's the most
Drink that Kool-Aid.
That's the most gung ho I've seen Adalia in a while. Let's go.
All right,
It's black.
all of you.
Senator, make sure Broy follows. And
I
still
am.
do.
Boy, get the hole.
You guys step out into, and I'll just move you to this map for now.
So scenic.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
You
this is
step out
anything like
into
anybody
a-
described it.
a gray, desolate world. Your foot sink into this mud-like substance. Your boot gets kind of stuck. It feels like this whole area is covered in this wetlands with this purple moss growing on some of the rocks nearby, and some of the small little bushes and shrubs that are around.
Guys, Mousak lied to us. This isn't face here.
As you're
What
moving, your boot kind of like sloshes back and forth with this liquid that you're not sure if it's water or not. And you see
I
this
checked
blue mist. Give me a second, Adalia. You see this blue mist that goes through about 20 feet in front of you. And this is everybody, not just you, Adalia. About 20 feet in front of you guys, and kind of goes out and disappears. It's not the same place that you guys, when you died, you appeared at, but it looks the same atmospherically, but it's not the same location as all of you remember that have died. You turn and you feel something kind of like on your back, almost in between your
Wait, I said
backpack.
not on my back.
Almost in between your backpack and your body, and it's this thick coin. Everybody except Corzo. All right. Now, Adalia, what were you doing?
This blue viscous, not sure if it's water. I both want to test my powers and test the blue viscosity of the thing.
Okay.
By trying to turn it to water. I mean,
You mean ice?
yes.
Okay. You use your druid craft, and
Well, I'm particularly trying to not use my druidcraft and just my powers that I know to have had in Phasia.
oh yeah, it's not that. It's not that strong.
But like nothing happened. I.e., I still seem to have the powers.
Yeah, you still have the power, but it's not the same strength as it is in Phasia.
You have the power.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Something is wrong. Phasia is now hell.
No. Phaesia's with the big tree. Mousak's there.
Yeah.
Corzo can see
I don't know where they
himself.
No, crap. Corzo, in the book, did you read anything about the portal to hell wiping your memory or something? Short-term amnesia?
I didn't read anything like that, no.
Adalia, we were in the vampire hut. We opened the portal to hell, and you sprinted in, perhaps too carelessly, it would seem. But you're in hell.
And with
If you
that,
responded, I didn't hear it.
Hmm.
Just a shaky O.
Oh, gotcha.
and with that in the distance, flying overhead, you see scouts. A couple of
Like
them.
Girl Scouts or
Yes, Girl Scouts.
Like
No,
coming straight to us.
they're vicious.
make
watch
me a
out.
perception, bro. It does appear that they're going down towards you.
I think you
Or,
just mean
Savitar,
the
you should do
scouts.
the pass without trace thing.
And
To
with
what?
that,
I think
With-
they already see us.
with that,
Because I
we're
think
going
crossbow,
to
I don't think we have time.
wait until next session to see what happens as these things start to come down.
Are they were they looking like straight at us?
One of them is with wings and this metal red armor. And this other thing is riding on top of this horse with chains wrapped around it, and it's dark and black. And you hear it.
Boy.
You hear you hear it as it screeches out. And with that, we'll end. Thank you all for coming to this wonderful session of D&D. And
It was
yeah,
a preparation session.
yes, it was the
Which
prep
badge Are you
side.
gonna cut the video at for YouTube?
Which badge? Which badge?
Which with that? There were 4 with that. So I don't
With
know
wait,
which one.
that, folks.
Wait.
Thank you all for coming. We will pick this up next Tuesday to see them in Well, they know that this is the first level, and they know it's purgatory for the first level. And we will take up from here. Thank you all.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
And have a happy Labor